And
Hope
there
it's
we
this
are.
one.
Welcome. Um, Everyone in chat, everyone in this lovely cast, thank you all so much for being here. This is the second game of our February mini campaigns that we're trying out. I am just beyond stoked that I get to play these games with these amazing people, some of them quite literally last minute, but that's okay. Today we are playing some Scum and Villainy, a Forged in the Dark system. It's very roleplay focused, very dice light. I love it so much. We're going to get up to some serious space shenanigans, and absolutely can't wait. Let me get my music up here, because holy crap, do we have some awesome music.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I think our next game is going to be Pathfinder. Actually, I have two games of Pathfinder coming up, and then next week our schedule repeats for the entire month of February. So be on the lookout for that. Come by, join us again when we go live. If you want to join us in the future, our link to the Discord is down below. That's where we do our casting calls, it's where we chat, where we hang out, where we meet new friends, where we just be general nerds, geeks, and great people. So, without too much more delay, as the ship, the aptly named Thursday, glides into port, pulling in, passing through the security checkpoint, the music just blaring far too loud. It comes to a stop, the bay doors open, and an individual steps out. Zeldar, would you like to give us a brief description of your character?
Yeah, Zeldar is a 5'2" lengthy insectoid Xeno who is wearing a ragged pants with a nice belt, and he's got a light attached to his hip. And he's always carrying this handheld scanner, and it's pretty big for his hand. It's pretty big for his size. He's got two eyes inside of his head, and he's got some pinches on his face. And he's really shy and timid, so he's always looking around, all skittish-like. And he walks out of the ship and is looking very confused as if he doesn't know where to go, waiting for his friends to follow.
Absolutely. As Zeldar steps out of the bay doors and starts walking down the ramp, hopping out of the side compartment there, stepping up to join Zeldar, Dr. Matlock. Could you give us a brief rundown?
Yes, I'm Holly, and I'm going to be playing Dr. Kyra Matlock. She is an Imperial. She kind of borderlines on the edge of cultish. She is she is about science and loves science experiments. Some of her methods have been questioned, which is why she no longer has a practicing license. And she is this really short and really tiny, kind of scrappy looking. She's got some scars on her face across her left eye. She has 3 of them that come down right here. And yeah, that's Kyra.
All right. Stepping up to join your companion, Zeldar, the two of you see another figure come kind of stumbling out the door down the ramp, not quite falling, but managing to catch himself. Your lovely pilot, Dazen. Will you give us a brief rundown?
I'm the muscle, not the pilot.
Muscle! Yes, sorry, the muscle.
I mean,
I'm just so excited.
Sure. So
I was like, oh, there's 2 pilots?
pilot buddies. Dazen stands probably about 6'1", 6'2". He's very lean, and he has I guess what you could describe as just like this armor on him. It's very futuristic, as has like lights kind of glowing around it. On his right arm, probably from around his wrist all the way up to his elbow, it looks to be like a shiny bracer of some sort. It's silver and it kind of pulses with this like soft red glow. He has 2 geometric face tattoos on either side that go from the corner of his eyes back, and other than that, he just kind of stands behind Zeldar and just peers around, waiting for something bad to happen.
Yeah. And of course, now, actually coming from the pilot store, the small ramp that, like the private, almost like red carpet ramp that comes rolling out for the pilots, out steps Eri.
Yes, and what a figure she is. She is tall, she has shocking bright red purplish hair and golden eyes, and she wears a sick bomber jacket with a fur lined hood and very, very practically not practical leather pants, and they are so tight on her. And she actually walks kind of stiffly because her knees get locked up as she's going down the ramp. She's got red lipstick on, and right behind her is this tiny little Urbot, which is her pilot companion, and she calls the Urbot I, which is AI, which is a clever name. And I's just chatting all over, and Aries just dead silent as she focuses on not tripping down the ramp. And she goes up to the rest of her crew, and she's like, "What's up, guys? Long flight, eh?"
Zeldar waves.
Last but not least, coming out of the cargo bay, where he typically does his meditation, being one with the entirety of the galaxy, Orza.
Orza she's got this almost constant scowl on her face, this sort of steel grayish blue hair and these tight braids that keep it out of her face. She's wearing long flowing like black robes, the cowl's up over her face. She's like wincing at any lights they pass by. But the stride is strong and true, and she falls right into line beside her companions.
Absolutely. So, as the 5 of you all come stepping off of your ship Thursday, because we don't ask about Wednesday,
What happened?
you all know that you have been invited here specifically. The criminal syndicate that runs this part of the galaxy has put out a message for the 5 of you. Hopefully a good thing. Hopefully they noticed your talents and your ability to find and bring people in. Hopefully you didn't just royally fuck up whatever that last mission was, and now they're here to make you pay for it.
Not a chance.
Unlikely.
So, with that in mind, what would the 5 of you like to do?
Where are we exactly? The system or like world? What is it known for? Have we been here before?
So this is part of the, oh boy. I have to actually pull up my notes after I just mentioned you guys not having your notes. That's what I get. Sorry, this music, I just got lost in it.
There you go. essentially, it's like, is this normal ruffian territory, or are we on like an imperial lands?
This is outside the law of the Galactic Empire. You are in criminal space. This is a entirely criminal world.
So,
Run by the Forsaken. There it is.
wonderful. So, like Zeldar doesn't have to worry too much.
Nope.
Nice. So, guys, where to next? I mean, we're here. Captain, where are we going?
Who's the captain? The pilot, right?
The pilot.
It's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It's me. I was
Everyone
about to
looks
say,
at her.
hey, listen, I just pilot the ship. Okay. Well, I mean, there's that job that we should probably take. Didn't realize that all of the burden and decision making was on me. But I've been chatting nonstop about all the rumors that revolve around this place. So,
Days-
why not?
Dason looks at Ari and is like, usually the captain has the fanciest jacket.
Next in line to the doctor, and she's like a little skittish, and like her jacket is like a white lab coat, but it's pretty dirty.
Like an off-white.
Yeah, like that's not normal.
Man, I agree. My jacket's pretty tight. So, yeah. But what can you say when you just live a life of luxury like me?
Well, let's head to wherever. Wait, we've been summoned, right?
Yes.
You have.
Oh, so we have come to this address or else.
Mhm.
So, when they ask
Specifically
about
to
the ship Wednesday,
the Siren's Gate.
we don't speak about that.
Right. We don't need to talk about what happened to Wednesday.
Right.
Wednesday who?
And there we go.
There we go.
Great.
All right, so I think the message said Siren's Gate, so we can head over there.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Come on, vamonos.
Along the way, the five of you, I assume that you've probably all been here before. This is where you would typically go to either get or to drop off bounty jobs. This is where you would probably go to blow off steam. If you wanted any illegal merchandise, you're probably looking to come here. In general, this is where information passes through, this is where people pass through, and this is where the money passes through, this is where the creds come from. So, I'll ask, is anyone here... Do you have any reason to maybe not want to show your face around the streets?
Yes.
There's a
100%.
potential to not be liked for sure, yeah. But
Orza consistently believes so, hence the cowl, and the very plain
Yeah.
black robes.
As they start off, out of the back plate of Dazon's armor, like slithers out like a kind of hood that just like completely covers his face. So it's like his
Nice.
helmet that makes him look formless.
that's cool.
Okay.
Zeldar only wears pants.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
Gotta show what you got. Yeah. Ari does not care. She knows she's a force to be reckoned with, and she's just walking around like, yeah.
It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Just
So
like
good.
a pilot.
Hers is down.
Okay. Then anyone that feels like maybe you don't want your face to be seen by everyone, would you just make a, let's go with the first roll of the game and just make a skulk skill check, please. We'll call this controlled
No.
to limited effect. And this is only if you feel like your face probably shouldn't be seen.
Well, I
Oh.
don't avoid attention.
Did you do the controlled and limited?
Yep.
No, you did risky standard.
Oh,
Either way,
First roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
either way.
it's
Yeah.
fine. Yep.
Look at this. Guys, we're popular.
Well,
Everybody loves this.
Dazen's kind of hood that he's used to block his face is more renowned than his actual face. Because when he shows up to jobs, he doesn't like just have his head uncovered, so it's just this. Now everybody knows, and he's just not. He's look. He never claimed to be an intelligent man, but he's here.
So his face is quite literally less recognizable than his disguise.
Exactly.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
And Dr. Matlock, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got a name tag.
Yeah, right. It's like I have pink hair. I couldn't hide it. Like
Main character syndrome.
Oh,
sorry.
I imagine across the back of her jacket, it just says Dr. Matlock.
It does.
It's embroidered.
It's like a big red
Oh, yeah.
cross, you know. Like
Oh, I can dig it.
Okay. Then, as the five of you are headed towards Siren's Gate, you do notice one of the streets you pass by, there's a handful of individuals just standing and chatting, and as you get to them and pass by them, their conversation stops. They just kind of watch you. And then as soon as you're past them, they just disperse and all go their separate ways.
we all notice this.
Dazen's gonna clap Ari on the shoulder and be like, "You see what your coat brings? Now everybody knows we're here."
and Aries gonna
love
put
that.
her hand on Dazen's hand that's on her shoulder and just gonna go, "It's your faceplate."
Don't worry, guys. There's nothing we did wrong. Everything's gonna be perfect.
I mean,
Okay.
I know I'm not everybody's favorite person, but
As they disperse, Orza locks eyes with one of them and like does a little like yeah, run. Yeah,
What's
go.
So, okay.
yes.
Okay. So the trip through the Arc Terminus, the name of the main hub here on this crime world, you pass by any number of illegal weapons dealers, illegal ship license vendors, mechanics, job boards full of jobs you can really only imagine. There really is no limit here. If short of being legal, anything that's legal, you're probably not going to find here, oddly enough.
Ooh.
Oh yes, very familiar.
But as you are walking, is there any stops that any of you would take? Any just quick purchases that you would make, or is it just straight to Siren's Gate?
Dazen's gonna buy. He's gonna buy a fur boa and wrap it around his shoulders and like kind of like come up to Ari and be like, "Who's fancier now?"
Excellent. It's not going to be a fight for the ship. It's a fight for the fancy coat. I love it.
That's
They're
how you
looking for the
take
faceplate.
control.
They're not looking for the boa.
Right? Throw them on.
Yeah, Dazen has like come up to Ari. Ari's like shopping for jewelry, like these really like large rings that are absolutely gonna clank around with any of the like mechanic controls as she tries to steer the ship. She just looks at him and she's like, "My coat's still better.
Oh,
It's vintage.
no.
Yours is a cheap feather boa that you just bought. Mine has
Ooh.
years of history added to it."
Antique.
But it's a good boa. It's a good feather boa. It looks great on you. It really brings out the shine and the everything about you. You look great, but it's not as good as mine, and I think you just need to know that. It's nothing personal.
Well, I guess I'll leave the piloting and dressing to you.
Have,
I mean, yeah.
haberdashery, whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
And it makes you
Um,
guys feel better. You're all ugly to me.
Oh,
well, I
It
don't
does,
know that that
actually.
makes me feel better, but I like
It
that
does.
we're on equal planes. Yes.
Wonderful.
I think that's good enough for me.
Um, Dr. Matlock, she's gonna look like if anything looks like it could be used in like, science experiments. If it's like real fancy or real nice, like she would know if it was like probably a resource. So if it's anything like that, that would catch her eye.
absolutely. You can add a. I think you can do this in the character sheets. I think you can
Okay.
add custom equipment. If not, you
Yeah,
can
I
just
think.
write it down and just
Okay.
write scientific materials.
Yeah.
I believe Zeldar has been here before,
Mhm.
or at least he might know somebody who has. And he's got an old friend named Len, who's a black market dealer who usually has the rare scrap parts and uh, junk that a mechanic like him might be
Mhm.
fond of. So it's like spare parts, I think, is all he's looking for. Just stuff he can tinker with and maybe fix the ship if need be.
Sure, yeah. You can add some spare parts to your inventory.
Nice.
Would all of you just roll a d6 and just let me know who gets the lowest?
How do you do that in here? Oh, never mind. I think I found it.
Slash R, then 1d6.
Yeah.
Nope.
Orzana, we're in the clear. We did it. Whew, we're the highest. We're good.
Orza's buying
Oh, it's just fine.
one of every drug that she can find, essentially.
Oh, hell yeah.
She's like, I never heard of that. That sounds fun.
Okay.
She's bought like a weird space
definitely-
tarot deck of cards. She's like, yeah.
Holodeck, hell yeah.
Okay.
Got caught staring at the holographic poster on the wall. Just, oh man, these shrooms kicked in way too early.
Space
I am the
crystals.
Forsaken Man.
So, Zeldar and Dr. Matlock, will the two of you re-roll and just let me know who rolls lower?
Do I just re-roll the same way? Because I really didn't
can-
find the d6 that you guys were.
You
You
can
can
just
right click
type
whatever you rolled.
type \R and then 1d6.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Oh, okay, there you go.
well, we're on low
Zeldar,
tonight. Oh,
God.
as you're strolling about the stores there, Zeldar, there's just a moment where an overly rude customer is just seems to be looking around and then no concern for your well-being whatsoever, just aggressively bumps into you and then just looks at you with a gruff, just get out of the way. And then immediately starts just heading out of the store.
oh, I wonder what his problem is. Well, he's bigger than me, so I'm gonna leave him alone. He has a better day than I will.
Smart.
Uh,
Live to fight another day.
You can
Always.
you can choose an item in your inventory, and until the start of the next mission, that item is gone. It has been pickpocketed.
Oh no.
All I have is pockets to hoop in.
At any item you want.
item?
Without knowing this, Dason just looks at him. I can kill him if you want.
No, it's fine. He didn't take anything, I think, and he'll check himself. And he's now realizing he's missing his favorite sonic screwdriver.
Oh no.
I know.
Aww.
Sad.
No.
Okay, maybe we will want to go kill him. Did I? It was like a fast enough interaction to like to remember his face, maybe, or anything important
Um,
about him? Like what
you know
jacket
what?
he's wearing or something?
Make a skill check.
Maybe study.
Sure. We'll call this a controlled with limited effect.
You dokies. Partial success.
Yeah. It was definitely brief enough, and he didn't even really stop. He just kind of bumped into you and then kept going, but you could probably recognize the face if you were to see it again.
Good to know. I'll start drawing it on like an etching sketch.
I love that.
It's a space etch-a-sketch.
That's right.
There's like stars in the background.
All right. So from here, the next stop is Siren's Gate, the full-on criminal hub of all of the bosses that run the various districts of the Arc Terminus. Any of the diplomats that are coming through that are just looking for some reprieve from the government for a while. Anyone important is going to be here at Siren's Gate. Not a place that any of you have ever been invited to before. So, whoever would like to, I need one person to be kind of in the lead for the greeting of the people immediately inside and to take charge in the social situation.
So
I mean,
Dazen has the background syndicate.
Mhm.
Unless anybody else does and they want to be up front, he will see to them, but if not, he'll walk
I'm
away.
not very charming. It's probably not the best.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
a
does
little
anybody
weird.
have good sway or?
Yeah, Zeldar's way too shy to talk to people unless they
I got-
harm him.
I got one in that whole slot.
All right, yeah.
Nice.
We'll leave it in your capable hands.
Oh no, this is the worst.
Perfect.
All right.
I believe.
So
Let's-
as you get up to the doors, the giant glass double doors that just let out a hiss of decompressed air and then slide open to grant you all passage, you are just stared at by the staff there, by any of the passers-by that are just watching the five of you walk in.
I take a very long drink out of a flask I produce, and I hand it to whoever's next to me as we approach. Like, you're gonna need this here.
Ari reaches out and snatches it and is like, "Oh, I need this," and just knocks it back.
It's something real cheap
Nice.
and real strong.
That's all I need. That's all I need. And then Ari like holds it open. There's like a little bit of it left. She maybe took way more than her fair share. And she's like, any of y'all want it?
Zeldar's too into his etching sketch right now.
She, Dr. Matlack keeps like when Orza went to hand it, she like went to grab it, and then like Ari took it out, and so she's like, yeah.
Ari immediately is like, here. Like just slips it in.
Okay. And
Um,
I knock back at least 2 big gulps.
Okay.
Dazen smells their breath. He's like, "Are you guys drinking ship fuel? Is that unleaded?"
I mean, it would produce the same effect.
Ari's like, I've drank ship fuel before, maybe. What about it?
So, anyone that had a decent drink, under the harm category, under
Oh,
the
no.
category that says less effect, just write tipsy there.
Being a seasoned imbiber, does this affect Orza in the same way?
Nope, I think
Okay.
you're probably fine.
At
Same
this
thing.
point, you need it to function.
Yeah.
Pretty tiny. So,
And of course, this injury will go away once you've had a little bit of time to let it pass through your system. But for the moment, tipsy.
alright.
That's perfect. The music, the soft kind of orchestral music that plays as soon as you step through the doors. Dazen being in the lead for this, you see the almost like a hotel desk set up with a pair of very clean, very finely dressed individuals, both standing, arms behind their backs, in some kind of matching uniform here of the Siren's Gate. And one of them just lets out a loud cough of, sir, over here, please. You and your, others.
Zeldar scowled at him.
Dazen would turn that way.
I mean, all right.
Did you need directions, perhaps? You appear to be lost.
Right, no, you guys called us.
I did not call you, no.
Oh no, you did. Wait, who has the letter, the thing?
I got it. Hold on. He'll pull out the scanner. He has like a little email kind of like screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah.
The invitation is specifically addressed from crime boss Apollox, which is just Apollo with an X on the end.
Love it.
Is there an H
Awesome.
anywhere?
What's that?
Is there an H anywhere in the name?
Nope, it is Apollo with an X at the end.
Nice.
Yeah, no, so, this guy.
May I see that? Not that I don't trust you. I just need to verify that this isn't a forgery.
Oh.
Zeldar reluctantly hands him the scanner.
Okay.
Or the cyberdeck.
Takes a few moments of plugging it into his own console. You see a whole just list of names just zip across the screen. And then it stops at 5 different names. The 5 of you. And there's just a visible look of shock, of just...
I bet you thought you were smooth, didn't you?
Zeldar just holds out his hand for his item back.
Hands it back to you. You see him just like wipe his hand on his pants as he does.
Rude.
Yeah, whatever.
Very
Got a
rude.
little sweaty palm there, huh?
Mean.
Realizing you're in trouble with Apollo with an X.
Friends.
Wearing glasses, Dr. Matlock pushes up and is like, yeah.
My deepest apologies. I am sorry. Please, is there anything I can get you? Your meeting is not scheduled for at least a few more minutes. We have a rest area, we have drinks, we can bring you food, anything you would like.
I
Food.
hand him my flask and I just say, fill it.
Of course, sir.
With high quality stuff. None of that ship fuel.
Yeah, that was not my favorite.
He hands it off.
I'm gonna
and
ask for like sweet treats, like candies and cakes, if they've got anything.
Yes, of course. If you would please just step this way, we have a guest waiting area. You'll, of course, be tended to.
Anything maple flavored? I know that's probably pretty hard to get.
I believe we have artificial maple.
That'll do.
He gives a very slight bow, and you are all led off to a small room with a hologram fountain, like right in the center. You see that each of the windows is set to. You could reprogram it to put in any planet you want, and it will give you a view from that planet.
That's awesome.
But
He starts going around seeing if she can change it to like a different planet for each one.
oh, absolutely.
Just to really mess with the mind.
As Dazen walks around, he's just kind of like looking at the area, like seeing which the best area, like way to escape if they had to would be. Plotting that out. And then, barring all things else, he looks at Harry. He's like, "Hey, so can you call the ship remotely?"
You want me to call it remotely now?
No, I mean if we had to, make a run for it.
And she looks at I, who's just kind of like cluttering around, and she's like, if that hunk of junk can pilot the ship, then I guess I could just send him back there, then the ship
I'm
will
just
come for us.
saying it. Let's remember who we're about to speak to.
your little robotic
kinda
companion turns and looks up at you and just glares.
Harry's like, Apollo with an X? Like, she's tipsy. She's like, who cares? Unless he's paying us well. Like, what kind of name is Apollo with an X?
He's also that.
Apocalypse? Like,
That's
there
not
should
a-
be an
not
H in there or
Apollo.
something, don't you think?
Yes.
Dazen's faceplate slithers back. He's like, he's also the leader of the crime syndicate. So
Yeah, but I mean, either way, he knows
I
all
mean-
5 of us. Like, he wrote us. He got a hold of Z's email. Like, clearly, even if we run, he'll find us.
Or he was betting that we were dumb enough to come here together, and he can just kind of like wipe everyone out, one fell swoop. I don't know.
Oh shoot!
Or maybe he's got a job for us. Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
think
let's
we
hope
should
for the
all-
best, but
I wouldn't
prepare
say
for the
pray.
worst.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
It's not long before your food is brought, your sweet treats, your flask is brought to you, along with a bottle of the same liquid that is now in your flask, which you would recognize to be a very, very expensive bottle of alcohol.
Sweet. I will tuck that away and sip the flask.
Very generous.
It's, to the normal person, probably very good, very high quality alcohol. For you, it's probably a little on the watery side.
What are you gonna do? These fancy types.
Fancy types. Can't handle it.
Yeah.
All right. You don't have long to wait. Just maybe 10 or so minutes before the same individual that had greeted you steps into the room. Your conference room is ready. If I could please escort you there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I follow. I try
Yeah,
to be
lead the
first.
Dazen would let her go first and be like, by all means.
Yeah, just imagine like 5 foot nothing, just like try to scurry by, like.
Did
those
you
maple treats really came in handy with your career.
Yes, so good.
did you tuck away any of those maple treats?
Yes, I actually take as many as I can put in my like lab coat pockets.
I could just see
I
like
just little
the doc-
cookies, little cakes, just shoving them in there. I don't care.
done turned her lab coat around and is using it as like a giant bowl, just carrying it off.
How we get ants.
This is how we get ants.
Space
That's
ants.
great.
True.
There's just a single glance down to your pockets full of this food, and then a deep inhale, a sigh, and then his smile returns.
You recovered really well.
Thank you. This way, please. So as you're all led out of the room, led across the kind of the greeting area that you've been in, you pass by a number of very well-dressed individuals. Uh, a lot of the people you see around here, they very clearly have weapons in sight, which you know that out in the streets, you're actually not likely to see weapons. Um, Law and order is kind of kept by just a general agreement to, if you're going to start trouble, do it away from the general populace and make sure you finish it. But in here, most of the people you're seeing are carrying weapons. You're eventually led down a hall. You pass by a handful of doors. You can catch bits of muffled conversation from some of them. You even pass by one that's open, and you see a handful of different Xeno races that most of you probably wouldn't recognize, except for maybe Zeldar.
Yeah.
These are all very diplomatic races that all seem to be meeting in the privacy of the conference room here. But the
Like any
room
of them.
you're eventually led into, as he gets to the door, reaches over, opens it, and just holds his hand up for you to all go in.
And we do so.
Inside is nothing fancy, just a long steel table, topped with a very plain, just like white cloth, almost like a dinner tablecloth. There's a handful of glasses laid out in front of each chair, like drinking glasses, and seated at the far end of the oval table is a pair of figures. One sitting down in the chair, kind of leaning back, just elbow on the table, watching you. You see, like, every finger has a ring and a gem of a different color. There's just this gaudy, enormous necklace hanging down off of his neck of some... It's probably supposed to look like some kind of alien script, but it just looks like nonsense.
This
Bree
chicken
is
soup.
extremely jealous. And she wants that
Like-
necklace. And she's like, damn, I should have brought those rings. So she's thinking it. She's like, I should have bought those rings back there. Damn it.
I mean, Holly as a player is really into it. Yes. Love it.
The other individual, a taller Xenos, kind of similar to Zeldar in species. The entirety of his skin is just this hard chitinous plating, and it leads to this almost like lizard-like face with a long tail that's just swaying behind. Probably a hired muscle of sort. But the figure just gestures towards each of the chairs. Have a seat. Don't don't worry about formalities here. We're all friends, right? Take a seat.
No, we are not. Decidedly.
Oh, but we will be.
Price is
Zeldar
right.
just sticks close to Dazen, just making sure he's got his muscle next to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Harry pulls out one of the chairs so I can jump onto it and sit down at the table, but for reasons exclusively limited to her tight leather pants, she refuses to sit down because it might be hard to stand back up very
Just
quickly
leans
if
against the
combat were to
chair.
arrive. Yeah, so she's just, but she doesn't want to like put that off, so she's just crossing her arms like, what about it?
I just feel
Or-
like there's a squeaking in the corner. Just gonna look like Daisy's gonna look at Zelda and be like, "I'm gonna go put some oil on that."
Orza, are you taking a seat?
Yes, Orza will sit. I don't know, closest chair probably. Sample whatever is on the table if there's anything if there is drink in the glasses or any food or anything.
There are like crystal decanters set up near the middle of the table. If you wanted to pour yourself one.
Absolutely. She'll
Yeah.
pour herself a little glass, look at everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll look at who I assume is the boss as well, if he has a glass.
He does, and it looks just from kind of the condensation and the remainder of the drink, it's probably been filled and emptied a few times.
Okay. I'll hold it up as a gesture either way if he would like some.
It just... I'm alright. This isn't my first meeting today. Last one, it didn't go so well. So, hoping this one goes better.
You don't say, huh?
Yeah, what can you do?
Just pours the glasses and she starts looking for like blood stains on the floors and
Yeah, right.
like plaster marks on the walls.
Make a skill check.
Okay.
Oh,
No, no.
yes,
Uh,
please do. Find things.
Yeah, I've got study is probably the closest, I would imagine.
Sure.
Is this controlled?
Let's
Risky?
let's go with the risky. Because you probably don't want him to see you scanning the room for blood or weapon marks.
Okay. And effect is standard?
Standard. Yeah.
All right. Failure.
Oh, two. All right.
When he said she jumps when he says that and she's like, fucking really?
The opposite.
Oh shit. Did they die right here?
That drink finally kicking in.
It's like, or just like, I thought Orza wasn't supposed to be tipsy. What is she doing?
Oh, space wizard stuff.
Ace wizard stuff the way.
He just looks between each of you, lets you get settled for a moment. So let's not mince words then. You seem like the busy type. Might as well jump to the chase. You have a particular skill set, if I'm not mistaken. You're good at finding people. I need that skill set right now.
So
Now,
we're not in trouble?
oh, not for me.
Oh, okay, well, wonderful, wonderful. All right.
Yeah. Wait. You need
Break the
our
stars.
help, don't you have hired? You have hired help. She like gestures to the bodyguard that she
Yes.
like assumes.
You see, I lost a person. Alright? Someone you probably shouldn't lose. Now, I can't exactly send any of my usual people on this because they're probably going to tell other people that this person got lost. Do you see what I'm saying?
And you think we're not going to say anything to anyone?
Because we're not airy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but you have to buy our silence. You know what I'm
Actually.
saying? Like we.
Of course.
Okay, just making sure that you're aware.
See, the most you could gain from betraying my trust here, which I would definitely recommend against, would be maybe a handful of creds that would get you by for a while. Until, people hunted you down and made an example of you. But working with me, not only can you also make a handful of creds, but I can make sure that you can make more creds in the future. What do you say?
You like creds.
I
was gonna
mean,
say, yeah. How many
yeah.
creds are you willing to put down for our services?
Well, that depends the extent that you're willing to go. I'm looking for a crew to not only find this person, but to collect them and to bring them to a specific planet.
Do you want them collected breathing
In pieces?
or not breathing?
Let's put it this way: if if this person isn't breathing by the time they're brought to where they need to go, neither will you be.
Okay. And in one piece, or
Pieces?
can we
But they're
take,
still breathing, but in
All giddy.
pieces.
yeah, like if they were missing like an arm or a leg to make sure they stay in place?
Or a finger.
Uh,
Or a toe.
pref-
Or
preferably one
She's like not
piece.
giving up.
But we can
Okay.
grow back limbs. I mean, if they gotta miss an
Okay.
arm, they gotta miss an arm. It's no big deal.
Uh,
Okay, that's great. It's cool.
and you want them breathing.
Yes, they do need to be alive. They need to be more or less safe. They're kind of a pain in the ass, so if they get a little jostled around, eh. As long as it's nothing we can't fix.
Alright.
Alive, I can't promise. I'll try. She's like,
He's just
No, no,
like
no. Well,
trying to wrap around her head, like her head around like the threat, which is like, if they're not breathing, neither will you. She's like, what does that mean?
Right,
I don't
so
get that. What does that mean? Breathing. We're not breathing.
well, it's okay. We've done alive before. We've done this kind of stuff, right? We've done this kind of work. We can facilitate that.
Yeah, but usually it's willing people.
Right, the
Well,
last-
we'll just make them willing, right?
last breathing
I just
person
fixed
we
the ship.
I
I'm
think
not
I
gonna
stole-
have
people.
something for that.
There you go.
the last-
Really?
I mean,
last-
I might have the pieces to make something like that, though.
See, the
That's
good
crazy.
doctor's going to see us through. And then also, we don't have to tell this mystery person who our employer is, so we can just be like, threaten them with horrible death, and then they'll comply.
They're gonna know who you're working for.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Breathing.
They'll be expecting us, I'm assuming.
Well, yes and no. They're expecting someone. And he just kind of leans over and whispers something to the bodyguard, who nods and then goes over, walks past you all to the door, and then firmly shuts it. He taps a keypad on the wall with a code that initially just starts doing it out in the open and then realizes, oh, right, security, and then like steps in front of the pad and then continues the rest of the code.
So I'm
Um,
gonna throw it out there. Zell hears the charging of a detonator. Jason's not like, he's like, I don't like enclosed spaces. This is bad.
Harry looks at Days, and she's been mouthing breathing to herself, but she makes direct eye contact. She's like, "Do I need the ship? Do I need to get the ship? The ship? Now, now,
Just in case. Just in
now?
case.
But okay, now?
No.
Oh,
But get
okay,
it ready.
now?
No.
Like a child watching two adults. Like Dr. Hallock is just like between the two of them. Like,
And Harry's like, so later, but not now. Okay.
Hooper, is there
Mhm.
any way that Zeldar, using his tech sense, at zero stress cost, can figure out the code as they're pressing it?
Yeah, make a skill check.
A hack, maybe?
Sure. We'll call this risky because you probably don't want to get caught steering.
100%.
But we'll call this to great effect.
Oh. Partial success.
You have enough of the code that, given a small amount of time, you could get the rest of it with some trial and error. Just extrapolate the rest of the code. But as you're watching this, you do also feel almost like a static field just kind of start emanating from the walls in what is a effort to entirely soundproof the room.
Okay.
You'd all
Dig it.
notice that like some of your hair starts like lifting up just a little bit. You just get a little frizzy.
Is
I
this
am
an
very excited.
electromagnetic in any way?
It is.
Oh. So Zildar kind of like puts his hand on his head. He just starts getting a headache. He's not happy.
All right. So here's the deal. And I can only assume that you've already said yes to the job at this point. Otherwise, you probably would have gone up and left.
Looks
My
at closed door.
We can't. We can't.
exactly. We're on the same page.
Uh,
Well,
Love that.
wait, are you gonna tell us the name of who we're supposed to get? Is that why?
That's why, yeah.
We're on the same page. We are.
I hope you're not the pilot.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what she
no.
is.
She points to I, who's like the Urbot. She's like, yeah, no, they are. So
Oh,
Oh,
capable hands.
good. So, my fiance, right? Um, her family's not taking too well this arrangement of ours, and they kind of got a lockdown. See, she was supposed to be shipped to here, actually, and her transport got attacked by her own family. They kidnapped their own daughter, and now they got her under lock and key. Which is why I say she's gonna know who sent you as soon as someone comes to bust her out.
so she is willing to come.
her family doesn't like you.
Yeah.
That's
Me.
see. Now, there's the interesting thing that someone spread the word that she was going to be on that transport. Some people say it was her to get out of the arrangement, but couldn't be, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. She would
I
never.
mean,
You just had to
Right.
say this was all about
who
true
would?
love, man.
Yeah.
You're
Wait.
so
Someone
handsome.
someone wants to marry you? Yeah. I mean, yes, someone wants to marry you.
God,
As a fucking leg flashes out and under the table to try and kick her. Just
I mean, they would be so lucky.
Oh, you all are
Who's
too kind.
Yeah, like she's oh, yeah.
Yeah, too.
Like, it gets like kicked 3 times and she's like, "Yeah, you oh,
Lucky
taken
them.
off the high demand market for bachelors everywhere. Oh,
You all are so mean.
God, what a market, eh?"
this poor guy.
Humans are weird.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, well,
So,
mm,
anyways, yes, I need you to go to her family home, which it's pretty heavily guarded, so I trust you can figure that part out yourselves, being the professionals that you are. Find her, get her onto your ship, bring her back. We have a nice little hideaway tucked in the Zagaris system onto, oh, and he just, like, gestures towards the bodyguard who brings a small data pad out, taps it a few times, and then just slides it across the table.
Zeldar looks at it.
So, here's the thing. There's a chance that she might not be entirely excited to come with you. Just remind her of how much I care for my future wife, and just make sure she gets back here.
absolutely.
yeah, true love. Great.
Mhm.
So, our price.
Is. Mm-hmm.
If you can do all these things, I am willing to give you 6 creds total. At job's end, of course. Which you would all know that 6 creds could buy you a small house on a space station. It could buy you a transport ship to go, like, in the cargo bay of your own ship that would take you planet side and then space side. It's a lot of money. Equivalent to probably 300,000 Earth dollars.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, could we get
Okay.
some of it up front?
Half now, half later.
Half.
Now,
Yeah, like 3 creds now, 3 creds when we finish the job. I mean, it is your fiance, so
It's true love, and you wouldn't deny true love. I'm like trying to help, like.
yeah. So, Ari, if you want to make a skill check, and Dr. Matlock, you could assist. Basically, take 1 point of stress and give Ari an extra dice.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
okay, and I'm gonna use sway. So
You can also push yourself if you want to take 2 stress and add an additional dice on top of that.
Nope, just 1.
yeah, I think let's go with this. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
And you added the extra dice to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what on earth would, sorry, that's a planet existed a long time ago, an old saying in my family.
Haha, funny.
What in the stars would just stop you all from taking the cred and just hightailing it? Putting me through the effort having to track you down later.
Of course. I mean, it's like we've been saying, true love. And I look at Dr. Malik. I'm like, right? Like, true
He's like
love.
finger gunning for real, like.
I mean, if it was any other situation, we wouldn't be, we probably would try and screw you over. But this is true love. This is
mean,
reuniting
true
star-crossed
love.
lovers. I mean,
All right. Make you a deal. I'll give you
okay.
2 creds up front, but you leave the Xenos with me.
What?
No
What?
deal.
That was never part of the deal.
Just
No.
collateral.
Oh,
Just collateral.
Zelda doesn't approve.
what if here? I'll make you a counteroffer. What if we get 1 cred and we can keep the Xenos and we just
You want to keep them?
Yeah, because how
You
do
wouldn't-
you expect us to get the job done? We are a 5 team.
Yeah, and like
Or like a star. 5
the
points.
reels like going in
Like a
Matlock's
star.
brain,
Like
and
looks at
she's
Orson
like,
God, you're so smart. You're so smart. That was a perfect analogy.
Geometry.
"You're just killing it over there, Orza."
Yeah, doing it. You're right. Yeah.
All right.
Stars for the world.
1 cred, and we get to put a tracker on your ship. You know what?
Okay.
2 creds,
All right.
and we get to put a tracker on your ship.
I mean,
Ooh.
you were.
All
No,
right.
we'll
I
take the-
hate
we'll
where
take
this
the
is
1
going.
cred.
As a sign of faith, of course.
So yeah, as a sign of faith, you can just stick the tracker way up Aries' ass.
Harry's like, it's not gonna fit. It's not gonna get there because of my pants.
Pants, man. How you-
Jason, like,
It's
what are
the
you
leather
doing?
pants.
What are you doing? There's no
Pants.
space. Why are you acting like there's space up there?
Look,
Stop.
two-
Buddy.
2
So-
creds
Oh, space man.
for, just to keep you assured sounds fair to me, guys.
All right. How about this? We'll take no creds up front, but you give me a total of 8 creds if I wipe out our whole family on the way out.
Oh, see, now, you can't do that. I don't mind if you kill a few of them, but I need to be married
Like a
first,
reasonable person.
and then we can talk about going and wiping them out, so that the inheritance comes to me and my fiance, or my wife. You know what I'm saying.
Got it.
For true
Got it.
love, obviously.
For true
For
love.
true love. We'll take it. I'm gonna need you Ari, if you could please bring the ship around. I'm
Harry's
gonna need right now. Dayton's hood swivels back into his plate again, and he's like in work mode. I'm gonna need you to allow us to a little more than a few bodies. It sounds like she might not want to come willingly, some like, under duress of pulling her out of a family estate, so it might get a
Easy.
little bit bloody.
Just say true love. Just say true love. Just say it.
Or is this gonna like lean across the table? He's like, Dazen, what the fuck is going on? What?
He's
How many
say
bodies are
true
we
love.
talking? Stop.
Just
Say true love.
not so many bodies that they put a bounty on your head or anything.
Yeah, we don't want bounties. Bounties
Like,
bad.
like I said,
We hunt bounties. Imagine if it came around.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
irony.
get a bounty no matter what. We're kidnapping a daughter.
We
What's her name?
That's a great question.
Harry's like,
on the data pad you have, it has both the location of their family home, which is on a cruiser class spaceship. There's a
Oh.
tracker that is basically keeping tabs on it as it goes through space. The planet that they need you to bring her back to is Scion 3378.
Okay.
And her name is Anastace Carlo.
All right. Her last name. How important is her family name in the universe?
Very,
That's a great question too.
very. They deal
Very
in
important.
they deal in some of the more refined crystals that go into focusing like ship ion cannons, into focusing planetary defense systems. They have a lot of military contract friends.
Oh no.
So when Dazen reads the name, he just kind of like, you know what? He'll put his detonator on the table. It's like, someone just blow my own head off because we're all going to fucking die before this is over.
Can help with the dying part, maybe. No guarantees, right?
am I still getting a tracker up my?
No,
It
well-
was a joke. It was a
Okay.
joke. It was a joke.
Okay.
We'll deal with that later.
It's just because the ship's coming over, I just got really worried, and okay,
No, the
great.
tracker's already firmly planted on your ship. It's all good. So,
Well,
business partners
we
then.
accept.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, kind of like, I kind of feel like your fiance right now.
You
You're in
must
love
feel
with him?
very lucky then.
You're getting married?
Wait,
Like the luckiest person in all of the galaxy.
I mean,
That's very
yeah, it's true love.
good.
Well, don't
Uh,
let me keep you any longer than I need to. Go ahead and open the door for our friends here.
One final question: is there a time limit to this mission?
Oh, good
This
question.
task?
Oh, not really. Just, before the rest of her family can expire, before anything bad happens to them. Just to make sure we have time to get married first.
Do we care about
Understood.
the people in her family?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Sort
dang
of.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be pretty if we take out the head. I mean,
Keep them alive for now, but if something happens to them after, well, space is a cruel place.
Haha. It is. And like, smile forms, like, fully.
And Hooper, do we already have the ship, or did we just all come in like on a transport ship and they're loaning us the ship? What do we decide on?
Your ship does not have the means of landing planetside, so you were absolutely rented a shuttle that would bring you planetside and then back up to your ship. Which would be the thing that...
Okay, I meant, is our Cerberus loaned by the syndicate that we're being employed by right now, or did we start with the Cerberus already?
Oh, no, you
That's
started
what
with
I'm
the
asking.
Cerberus.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
all right. Cool.
Uh,
Well, I guess that's it. Anybody else got any questions so we can leave this fantastic place?
It's so great.
Aries like kind of got the hint that maybe she shouldn't say every single thought she has like out loud. So she just like looks over to the rest and she's like, "How many creds are we getting again?"
6, but we're starting with 1 or 2.
What?
Jason-
Okay.
Jason just looks at her. He's like, way up there. We're going to the room.
And
The
then
doctor can help with
she-
that. Let's
She
go.
leans in and she, Ari kind
Fine.
of looks at Daisy and she's like, "Hey, I just want to say, like, I'm really sorry that you feel like his fiance, but he's like a taken man. Like, that's gotta feel terrible. And I just feel really bad. I didn't know, but I'm sorry if all of my true love really got to you.
And
It must
Daisy
be
puts
really hard."
a hand on her shoulder. True love's a lie. And my heart lies shattered on the floor.
Oh no.
Ari's like,
Laughing at you.
Damn you, Brenda.
Yeah, that electromagnetic field is dropped, and that pressure that's been on your head, Zeldar, fades away, thankfully.
Oh, wonderful.
The doors opened, and it is absolutely implied that you should GTFO as soon as possible.
I GTFO.
Since you are a doctor, and you would probably notice things like this just on site, you do notice that there are parts of the carpet that are a little darker than they should be. It absolutely resembles someone trying to hastily clean up blood out of carpet.
Excellent.
Lovely.
I make
knew it.
note of that.
Noted. But yeah, you are out of there. You're welcome to leave the Siren's Gate and any last minute shopping you need to do. You do now have 2 creds. Otherwise, your little escort shuttle will take you back up to Thursday.
he's trying to find
So
one of
we
those that big golden necklace
big necklace.
that he had.
Hell
It's just
yeah.
like, where can I get one?
Oh, that's custom made for sure. That's
And she's like, "It serves no purpose, but I must have it."
That is worth 6 creds alone.
Alone, yeah.
the amount that we
Uh,
could
So we've
use
got
on a small spaceship. We'll just put it towards the necklace.
there we go. So we got the cloaking device. What's our other upgrade?
I think the cloaking device it ended up being cost to both points.
It's just one.
So then now, but now
Oh.
we have 2 more. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now we can
And so-
upgrade. Okay.
Yeah, we can do a total of 3 upgrades now. Is that
You
my math
could.
correct? Or we can keep 2 on the side for whatever.
The way that you guys kind of your other win condition, if you will, as a group is by having funds stashed away for your retirement.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So, if you have... By the time that you are ready to retire, if you have between 0 and 10 cred stashed, you are a poor soul. You will end up in the gutter, awash with vice and misery.
Thing 0 and 10.
11 to 20 is meager. You would have a tiny hovel to call your own. 21 to 39 is modest. You'd have an adequate size home or apartment with comforts. You might operate a small business. 40 plus is fine. You are living the high life. So, of course, spend as much of this as you want now, but, tuck away some if you want to.
And we all share the stash, or is it like 2 credits per person? How's that the divvy up work?
Yeah, so your individual retirement is basically how much you have stashed away as a person.
Okay.
So for this initial amount, this is probably all going to go towards, crew funds, but anything you accrue along the way, you can just kind of chuck it away.
I see.
Yeah.
Got you, fam. Okay, so we got a cloaking device. We'll do one upgrade that we get the 2 credits for
That's what I
saving
was
or
thinking
whatever.
as well.
Yeah.
So we've got an engine upgrade. Do you guys want to go comms or you want to go whole? How we feeling? Because we already got a cruise quarters, and we can get a smuggling compartment.
Oh, and put her in there.
Put her in it and like
I mean,
firefly him.
That's a totally
Yes!
idea.
Yes!
I can carry a small ship, and I'm not sure what that is. But it won't show up on routine scans or visual inspections.
A person would absolutely fit in there.
Oh
Wonderful.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it has life support and for smuggling people too, so we're good there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we
do
do we have
that.
engines 3? Do we?
We do have
Or
engines
hull?
3 because we have the cloaking
All
device.
3, sorry.
Oh, hull 3. I have no idea.
Yeah. It says hull.
I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if those points work quite yet.
Okay.
Because we just put the 3 points into the cloaking device, right? I'm not sure. How does?
Just add it now, and we'll make sure this is all kosher later.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
And I mean, it's pretty thematic. It's on point. It's on brand.
And if you're a little short on creds that you ended up needing, you might just owe someone.
Oh, good.
Of course.
But everyone here is they're stand-up mechanics, they're all above the board. You'll be fine.
All right, sweet. So we have cloaking device and smuggling compartments, and then
Alright.
we'll store the 2 cred on the ship, and then we'll divvy it up after the mission's done. Whenever we do that.
All right.
Break. Good meeting.
So, as you are shuttled back up to the Thursday, you're dropped off, and the driver of your little escort shuttle does just, stand, help you with, get your bags back into your own ship, and then it's just kind of standing there, like, holds his hand out from, like, just a little tip.
Dazen gives him a high five or handshake. He's like, I'm super happy to meet you. It's been a pleasure, really. Great time. You're an awesome driver. But we're gonna go. You have a great life, and I really hope never to see you again.
Ari, after Dazen's finished, reaches over to Dr. Matlock's coat, pulls out like a kind of sticky, gross maple cake, and it puts it in his hand. Is like, "This is what you wanted, right?
Oh no!
Thanks so much. That was great."
First impression. Let's go.
Aw,
Okay.
really wanted that one. I'm just real sad that it's gone.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have chosen the one you didn't want.
do you
I'm
want
sorry.
it back? It's now just partially smushed into his hand.
And I'm like, no, you can keep it. Yeah.
All right.
Gift for a job well done, right? So.
Yeah. He just gets back into the shuttle, and there's just a look of confusion and regret and slight disgust as he decouples from your ship and heads back planetside.
Man, we're real good at just crushing spirits, huh?
Humans are all the same.
Very daring of us.
Very daring.
Just making enemies everywhere.
Well, We made it. We didn't die. That was cool. We saw the Siren's Gate. We saw Apollo with an X. It was rad.
Jason's gonna wait until they're back on the rest of their ship to like say something. But as soon as those doors close behind him, he's like, "Son of a bitch!"
Zeldar will start inspecting the ship and then plotting the course to Scion 37 or 337A. No,
So
that's where we're delivering.
That's
her
the
to.
end goal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jason will like just put a random hollow search out for her family's name. We'll find the address of where we're going.
You do have a general location, the tracker that is on their cruiser, basically where the family lives and stays. It gets you within the star system, at least.
Okay.
All right. I mean, let's strap in, if you know what I mean.
I hate when you say it like that. Why do you have to say it like that? Why can't you
That-
just tell me to put on my seatbelt? Like, what?
Totally
Warm-
agree with.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize we were the boring crew now. Oh.
Christ.
We get
For
one
yourself.
request to find his fiance, and all of a sudden it's put on your
Now we
seatbelt.
can't. Aries right.
Don't side with her. What do you? Come on. God.
I put like my hand on Urza's shoulder. I'm like, remember, this is for true love.
True love.
True
If you say it
love.
enough times, you'll believe it.
I don't
Fake it till
think
you
that's
make it.
true.
That's what I always say in my practice.
Also, are we just gonna? We're not just gonna gloss over the fact that we are maybe kidnapping someone against their will. Are we just?
No, we are 100% kidnapping
Yes.
someone against their will,
Might
and
not be.
we are going to be 100% brought into committing regicide against this
We're
family,
gonna have to do some
so
crazy
they
stuff, yeah.
inherit everything.
Zeldar, I have questions.
I don't got answers, buddy.
Oh,
How about what can the universe tell you? Are we gonna be screwed this round?
don't start with that shit, okay? Listen.
I'm just asking. I mean,
Okay,
Don't
well, the
start with that
universe.
shit.
The universe is telling me to ask you a question. The question is, can you tell if that tracking device are we being listened to right now?
Shit.
Hooper, can I tell this using hack?
Yeah,
Maybe
go
study
for
this-
it. Roll it up.
Heck yeah.
All right. Is it controlled, risky? What are we doing?
You are in your home turf. You know the ins and outs of this ship. We'll call this
Damn,
controlled
shoot.
to standard effect.
Nice.
Woo!
Woohoo. Nice, a critical success. Yay.
I'm the greatest.
Ooh,
I see everything. Zeldar knows all.
that's awesome.
Zeldar is the ship.
I see, yeah, I see everything.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
So,
He's like, you don't have to strap it. You don't have to strap it. You can-
yeah, explain to me your critical success as you not only find the tracker, but you are able to extrapolate that no, it is not a listening device.
Zeldar will look around, and then you'll look at his scanner real quick and like puts the buttons in, and then you see a small drone kind of pop out of one of the vents, and it looks like Wally. And he just goes around and he's looking for all these listening devices or anything, and they finds the tracking device, but then just kind of looks up and just shakes his head no. It's like, oh, we're in the clear.
Sweet. That was it.
Sweet.
I just wanted to know if he was listening, and now we can talk about.
yeah, because as if Dason's outburst just didn't happen. Right now, you can have.
Yeah.
Also, man, do we want to talk? Do you need something? Do you need something to bring you down a little bit? What's with this talk of massacring the entire family?
Is it
I
because
think I
you
can
fell in
help.
love?
Oh god.
I am concerned not for other people, from us.
I
And
mean,
the
So
I
it
do.
is. It was a leading question. You presume to just do something to see how okay they were with it. The fact that he was like, we'll get to that later, means he's going to want us to kill the whole family later.
but later's later.
Nice.
With more creds.
It's
True.
gonna happen regardless, with or without our help, I think. So, if it's not us, it's gonna be somebody else.
I would rather it be someone else, and we would not die.
But then we wouldn't get the creds.
It's all about the creds.
It's all about the creds.
You know, we could have spent 2 weeks, 2 weeks of the back-to-back bounties and gotten 6 creds. But no, you guys had to go for the big job. Had to go. You know what? Fine. Let's go. It's out of my hands. Everybody.
I like that attitude. That's good,
Let's
Dazen.
go. But when I start chopping people in half, I don't want to hear anything about it. All right?
You will not hear anything from me.
Dazen, when you chop people in half, remember, don't get blood on your feather boa. That's all that matters.
He looks down, completely forgetting he was wearing. He's like,
Yep. That entire meeting, you
No,
had a
holy
feather boa on.
Hell yeah. Intimidation.
I mean, you were literally the most frightening person.
this formless black mask with like a hood on it, and then just pink feather boa.
Feather boa.
Not good. It looked like
So
we were a
funny.
cohesive unit.
Oh,
Hell
It's
yeah.
true.
okay. So, as you guys plot your course, head off towards your destination. I'm going to put us into just a quick, 5-minute break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, we got more wacky space hijinks.
Woo-woo.
See you soon.
Nice.
All
Just
right.
Imagine the cantina music.
I just want to give a real quick shout out to the amazing people that have dropped us a follow since we started playing. We have a Wilhelm Scream, which I assume is a play on the Wilhelm Scream. We have our own OMG Holly D. Thank you so much for being a guest and a follower. Amazing. Ghosty? Is that... No?
That's
I don't know if anyone knows that person. They were very adamant when they followed, and I just assumed they knew someone. Twilight Armory, Wandering Gypsy, of course, thank you for the bits. I'm gonna mispronounce this. Verxius? Verxius?
It's Versace.
Versace.
I don't know what that
Versace,
Love
but his
it.
last name's XIA, so it's Versace. It's a pun on it.
I can dig it.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yep. Serpentor, Juberoni, and Brambleberry Games. Thank you guys so much for the follow. You are all amazing. We are 99 followers. We are one away from my February goal of 100 followers. So that's
What?
cool.
That's amazing.
I get all those bots, Super. Don't you worry. I
All
got
those
you.
bots.
Hold on. Right.
98 bots. And then Salix with the bits. Thank you so much, buddy.
Heck yeah.
But and oh, you're okay. Gotcha. Let's bring back my absolute favorite soundtrack of all time that I have ever found. So, as we get into your first for real mission. This is a information gathering mission. You have a handful of options. You have local authorities that you could tap into their satellite feeds and get the information you need. You have smaller crime syndicates that you could probably ask around. They might ask a favor of you. You could certainly just use brute force, kidnap some ships that are passing through the area, board them, get the information you need, and get out. How would you guys like to go about gathering the information of where the heck this cruiser's located?
Where the does our ship not have a long range scanner?
It does, but without knowing the ship's signature, it's not going to do much good.
Um,
Probably gonna ask people one way or another, right?
Yeah.
Well, you said we know the star system.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. What does the ship feel like? Should we go to the star system and start asking around there? Makes sense, right?
Ooh.
yeah, I think
Okay.
that's the best bet.
Mhm.
Okay.
I agree with that. So, shall I just pilot us to the specific star system before we do anything?
I am. Is there a way to like investigate? Like, I mean, I'm assuming there's something like the internet, right? Like that, like there's like a database of information. Like, if I go and like type in their family name, does anything come up?
That would probably be hacking into the local law enforcement
God.
system.
Would
Okay.
assist. I mean, I'm a hacker boy.
I'm gonna suggest that you take care of that, Zeldar.
Yeah, Zeldar will just start going through, like, he has like 10 screens just all the way around him in his command center, and, like, monitoring all the ships and everything, like all the diagnostics. And he has just like one screen popping up, it's just running through the script of just going through all the known aliases and whatnot on the system.
Would anyone like to offer some assistance? Take a point of stress and give Zeldar an extra die.
Yeah.
So,
I shall.
go
Can I
ahead.
also? Okay, yeah, cool. Then I'll also give one.
absolutely.
So
So,
I've got. What?
I'm going to call this a risky position
Okay.
to great effect.
Ooh, and then I get a +2 because of my assistance.
You get +2 dice.
So
Whoop,
you
whoop.
get to roll. Yeah. Okay.
Success.
All right. Yeah. So your information gathering underway. You don't feel like you were detected. You slipped in, accessed the database, got the information you needed, and slipped back out. You do know that the system is pretty regularly patrolled by the galactic government. Of course, they like to get their hands in everything. Bunch of jerks.
Dirty
And-
meat hooks.
If you were to be stopped, you may not exactly have the credentials to be legally passing through some of the systems that you need to be passing through.
Mm. Okay.
Oh,
Is there any way that's... Oh, go ahead.
you have a cloaking system.
Yeah,
Yep, I just remembered that.
so do we. Of course.
Yes, good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thank God.
Remember?
Super illegal, by the way.
Super illegal.
highly
Yeah, the last
illegal.
line on it
I'm
says super illegal. Which is
Right.
hilarious.
No stranger to that.
So, information in hand, is there any other preparation you would like to do before we get into the engagement roll? Which is literally the one time that I roll dice.
I will prepare the holding cell of our guest
Okay.
in our smuggling department. Make sure it's all up to date and everyone's running properly.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I've got an idea for when we get to the star system, but I don't know if that's when we reach that
Oh, yeah,
engagement point.
you are here, you have the information you need, you can get to the location you need because you have a cloaking system. It is just legitimately any last second preparations you need to do.
I would like to can I try to use the way to guide me to Anastash? Could you say that again?
Stacey?
Anastace.
Anastasia.
Stacey.
So the idea is that maybe I sneak into Zeldar's room or something when he's not around. And there or like his command station, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
There's a star map up of the star system. And I've got that deck of weird cards that I bought. I said
Hell yeah.
it did. I start
Stop.
flipping through them, and I'm thinking about her name, and I'm trying as best to picture her face or any family face that we have, and I'm extending my own senses through the star system. I'm avoiding planets because she's not on a planet.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking for the ship.
Make a skill check.
Okay. Risky standard.
I would call this controlled standard.
Okay. We just start with one gambit, is that correct?
Each ship starts with their own certain amount. Let's scroll down to the Cerberus. Yep, Cerberus starts with 1.
Okay. And I'll just do a straight roll. Hey!
Beautifully
Nice.
done.
Yeah.
You have a good mental image of not only what she looks like, but the general a visual of the surrounding, where if you were to find this place in the ship, you would immediately recognize it.
Okay. Is it like, I assume it's really nice, like is it a bedroom?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like 4-poster king-size bed. Like the window looks like it's just looking out into the most pristine garden you've ever seen. There's holographic birds flying around the ceiling of the room.
Nice. I go and rub it in Zeldar's face because he made the comment earlier about the way, but that's it for preparations.
Universe is some weird and wacky stuff, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
I got
right.
facts, okay? My stuff tells me exactly what's going on when it's happening. Yours is all spooky and whatnot.
Well, factually, she's in a goddamn suite that looks like X, Y, and Z. Okay.
Perfect. Dazen, Airy, Dr. Matlock, any preparations?
Dazen is cleaning weapons.
Just getting ready.
Mean.
Just general getting ready.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna make sure, like, if I'm gonna assume there's a med bay.
Do you
I
guys
shook
have a
mine
med
on
bay?
that.
You've
Crew
turned like
quarters.
an old storage closet to like
Perfect. I love that. That is definitely something I would do. Take something small and make it mine. That is what I do.
There you go.
make a house a home, you know?
Yeah.
Where did you put all those maple treats though that you took?
On the gurney.
Please no.
Yeah. Like they're just waiting. They're in the office. Like in the office is like on like a shelf and like there's like 3 on the desk and there's like you know coffee cups and like stuff strewn about. None of it makes sense. It looks really unsanitary, but it is the med bay.
You make do with what you got.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna do preps for that. You know, eat some maple treats, clean up.
Perfect.
Can I make a suggestion to lovely Dr. Matlock?
Mhm.
You had mentioned before, like, that you could make her docile.
Okay. I'm fine
Food
with
serum?
some of those. Yeah.
Is that something that you would have to make beforehand, like a serum or something?
I would probably have to do some absolutely.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna use my scientific materials that I got in port, and I'm gonna
Sure. Make a skill check for that.
what skill?
That's up to you. Whatever you think fits the best.
Doctor? No.
Can I spend a stress to assist Dr.
Abs-
Matlock?
Absolutely.
Or is it just shows up, she's like, hey, let's make some weird stuff. Let's get
I was
weird.
like, remember that?
Weird.
Yes.
This is your wheelhouse. Let's call this controlled to great effect.
Okay, great. Oh my god.
And also,
No, it's okay. I failed because I'm a fringe doctor. So
Get him out now.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
You have a concoction, certainly.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Yep.
Sounds about right. I love this. I love where this is going. I like slap a label on it and I'm real proud of it. There's no credibility into knowing that this is going to work, but I tell you it works. Like,
Marissa doesn't know shit. She's like, yeah, yeah.
It's weird enough.
Your confidence is my confidence. Let's go.
excellent.
I adore this duo right here.
Chaos. The chaos couple. That's what we call ourselves.
Chaos incarnate.
And we will not be stopped. Thank you.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
Heck yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Just checking to see. So we have 2 gambits right now, right? So the Cerberus came with one, and then we got one from Zeldar's hacking.
yes.
Okay, cool. So, I don't know if it would have helped, but
I'm
maybe
glad
we
you're
just
keeping
spent a
track too,
gambit.
though.
And gambits can be used by anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Nah, Aries just piloting the ship. She's unaware of the monstrosity that
She's vibing.
Orza and Dr. Matlock made.
So as they did that monstrosity, I was looking at some stuff. Dazen has a spacesuit that looks like heavy armor. And he calls it a star shell because he can propel himself through space with it.
Nice. Huge, massive beeps with like the air jets on the side.
Pretty much. Like, it's just this huge monstrosity. He's like, just in case.
okay. So, we'll jump into the engagement roll. The type of mission, I'll kind of leave it up to you, but I feel like it's either an assault mission or an infiltration mission.
I would say infiltration because the goal is not to kill everybody, although that is a contingency that we do have available to
I agree
us.
with that.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Same.
That is an infiltration mission then. So this would be the point where everyone chooses their loadout, either
Yeah.
light, medium, or heavy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go normal.
I'm going medium,
Okay.
which
I'm doing
probably
heavy.
looks like heavy because I'm so small.
It is just some nice thick body armor on a very tiny frame. Then I have some questions. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes.
I'd say so, yeah.
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 We'll add an extra dice. So you're up to 2.
I'm
Does
gonna go
this-
light loadout?
Does this plan expose any particular vulnerability of the target, or does it hit them at their weakest?
I think they're on guard, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
They're expecting something.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we're
think
surprised,
with-
but
How
Okay.
long has it been since like the failed like transportation of his fiance to the ship, or then-
Little over a year and a half.
oh,
I mean,
Well, so they might not be expecting it, and if you want to, we could. Dazen could tactically come up with a plan. Like, I'll whip up a plan right now. Like, we'll wait until they're like orbiting, like coming across the planet, and we'll slingshot ourselves around the planet's orbit and like catch them on the blind side.
So I feel like you are catching them off guard enough that
Okay.
I'm not going to subtract dice, but you are assaulting a literal stronghold.
yeah.
So we'll just call that a watch.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have any friends or contacts that can provide aid or insight in this operation?
Yes.
maybe.
With what?
Under your tab on your character sheet, you'll have a friends tab. And those are little people that you might know, and you can apply them wherever
Mhm.
within this.
So
I doubt
Dazen
it.
has.
I've just got a
uh,
professional racer friend.
No, mine
so.
is a rival. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Well, there's like 5 that
Days-
you can choose
My
from.
arch nemesis.
I think you're supposed to pick
Dazen
one.
has.
Oh,
Only got
well,
one.
never mind. Mine was the black market dealer.
Oh, okay. Just one.
I thought you were supposed
Alright.
to pick a friend and a rival.
You could be right.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's one of each, yeah.
can they be the same?
Choose one friend and one rival. They can absolutely be the same person.
That is
Okay, perfect. Mine is.
That's terrifying. But
It's par for the
Uh,
course as Kyra.
Dazen has an assassin that he used to be really intimate with. So
Oh,
Oh
lovely.
God. Okay,
Nice.
not scary at all.
high fives.
Nice.
Then, yeah, I will say that if you want to call in your favor into them, you have a friend that can help.
yes,
Are there any other elements that you think would come into play here that might give you more of a tactical advantage?
Cloaking device?
I'll add one for your cloaking device.
Sweet.
reckless enthusiasm.
No, no.
So that
So the Charlo, so the Charlos are like well known for like. Because I'm thinking, because I feel like they'd be probably more beneficial to like the Guild of Engineers, because Aries part of the Starsmiths Guild,
ooh,
which does a lot of like hyperspace stuff. Would they know more about the Charlos or have
absolutely,
anything?
yeah.
There you go.
Reach out to some contacts, get probably
Yeah.
some door codes, like they came in and did some
there you go.
maintenance, and now you have a way in.
Wait.
Perfect.
There we go. There we go, guys.
Excellent.
Has Zeldar worked on this ship before, maybe? And he maybe knows the ins and outs of nooks and crannies of it, maybe? Being a
Prob-
mechanic? If not, no worries.
Probably could have worked in this ship, but I'm sure you would have been directed to a certain part. Like maybe you were working on like weapons maintenance or something. Probably not enough to know the entirety of the ship.
Is this... Could he do a flashback to when he worked on the ship?
Absolutely can do a flashback.
Love that.
Now
Yes.
that's a
The
good
whole
game
time-
mechanic.
Yes, that's such a good mechanic.
Look at that.
So what is your flashback?
One of the first ships that I was employed to work on was this specific model under the other crime syndicate, not the Charlos. He was the engine maintenance, so he knows how to fix the engines and maybe how to sabotage, perhaps, the engines of the ship. That was
Absolutely.
his role.
So let's call that 1 point of stress. But you absolutely, if you could get into engineering, you have the means of at least temporarily shutting down their engines.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
Keep in mind that this ship is about the size of 2 major cities, kind of combined and then put into space.
Fair enough. I now see the scale of what we're dealing with. Understood.
Shut her down. Burn it all down. Anarchy.
Space
So
pirates.
you have a total of 4 dice for the engagement roll here,
That means we win.
which you got a 5, which is a success. So that's gonna put you in a risky position to start out. That means you're not necessarily in the best position you could be, but the mission's not blown from the start.
Good job, guys.
That's great.
You haven't already lost.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, you'll have 2 gambit points, which of course anyone can use. And as we dive into this, as you activate your cloaking field, and Aerie brings in Thursday, past their point defense system, past the patrols, which your collective information gave you the gaps you would need to shoot to be able to hit these points, and find a maintenance access point. From here, your ship is basically just going to latch onto the top, stay in its cloak, and you are all climbing out and into this massive cruiser. And that is not the song I meant to put on. That one? I have so many. That sounds like nothing. Something playing.
Silence of space.
Right?
It's
Too
ominous.
real,
something's
too real.
playing.
No.
Yeah.
Too real.
This is what we
Much
hear
dread.
as we just go in.
Ha.
Perfect. So, yeah, you are inside the ship. I will give it to you to take it from here. What's the plan?
Shit.
What is
Shit.
the plan?
Orza looks around. She's like, I did not think we would get this far. Honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm an excellent pilot. What do you mean you didn't think we'd get this far?
No, not you. I mean, like,
I mean,
okay.
me for sure. Who would have guessed?
ah, shucks.
Well, now that we're here, let's get to it. Dazen, you got a plan? How are we gonna tackle this?
Dazen is walking around and he is placing things on the wall as like they're going through.
Please,
Uh,
please, Jason, please.
Zeldar would probably
Dazen, be
realize,
cool, be cool.
look at them
Cool.
and realize they're mines.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Just in case, cover our backs.
Don't encourage him.
So you are.
What do you mean?
I was like,
It's
all right, guys,
just a
remember,
contingency plan.
if we can just get in, grab the girl, get out. That's all we need to do.
We're
Oh,
looking
we-
for a room with. It's got purple curtains. Door's kind of like a mahogany-looking thing.
Don't know what that is, but okay. Wood.
There was
You don't know what purple curtains are? They're curtains, but they're purple.
But they're
I don't know what
purple.
colors
orchestral
are.
music playing in the background. I think there was like a cat.
Is Zeldar colorblind?
He is
Oh my
now.
God.
And he's like, oh my gosh.
Oh
Wait, what
gosh.
color do you think my hair is?
I know, right? What do I look
Darker
like?
gray.
Gray.
It's probably mine probably looks like brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Like
so
a
we're
dark
looking
gray.
A lighter
Hey,
gray.
This
If I see it, I'll know it. But it's a real fancy room. It's like a suite.
this is the person
Love
that
that.
keeps your ship from blowing up while you're in space.
We're like, cut the red wire. He's like, what?
Yeah, right. Would you
Daisy
think
will
they're
look
like
at you
what?
like,
Or
shade
they
of gray,
like
what shade of
what?
gray?
How many
Hey, we're
times
still
have I
floating.
told you to press the green button?
You know what? That's what happened to Wednesday. Okay.
That's why we use shapes instead of colors on the
Wizard.
ship.
Oh, okay. So, Dazen, you are adding explosives to your inventory.
Yes.
Is that just one load
Yeah.
on your character sheet?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
There, you're gonna just, as you're walking, just space out my sticky explosive mines as you're getting deeper into the ship.
It won't let me add anything right now.
I ran into that issue earlier.
You just click it, you highlight it, then you hit add on the bottom left. You can do multiples.
Mm.
There you go.
There we go.
So you have
Cool.
to click that plus sign, and then it brings up a whole list. You click the item, and then click add on the bottom left.
Okay.
Okay.
look, we need some guidance, even if it's chaotic. Ari, you're the captain. What are we doing?
All right. You're in charge.
You asked the right gal for this job.
You got the jacket.
All right. And she like
Yes.
with her jacket, she goes, okay. Now, based on my pure logic, usually people are in the center of the ship and not on the outside. That's where the weapons are. So we should probably go towards the center and we'll find someone that we can ask where our target is.
Genius. Genius.
And Harry's like, Arisa, you're so good.
Oh, now it's weird. All right, let's go.
The support.
Maybe
the
we can get some
support.
disguises.
The moment instantly
I
disappears.
mean,
Disguises, yes, yes.
Yeah, like maybe some jumpsuits or something. Like we're engineers. We look the part.
Days is like,
Yes.
I'm already ahead of you.
I like
Oh,
take the
jeez.
jacket off that says like Dr. Matlock on the back.
Okay.
I take it off and I look a little plain now.
This would be a great time for a flashback if you wanted to have had jumpsuits made to match that of the crew.
Yes.
For sure, Zeldrar will make sure that the crew has things ready.
Okay.
Take another point.
So instead of taking a point of stress, whoever wants to have led this, I will probably ask for a sway check to just convince them that, yeah, we just need this for, maintenance. It's totally not weird that we're asking you to mimic the outfit of this ship.
Zeldrar's not good at sway.
So-
I was
He's
like, I
very
got
shy.
1 die in sway. Y'all wanna?
Okay, I also
Better than
have
0.
1 die as well, but I've not been rolling well, so I'm gonna vote not me.
I will assist anybody as if
Because I'm
I've worked there before,
terrified.
so I obviously know what they look like, so I can
Okay.
assist in that.
So you can
To
take a
make it
point of stress and then add an additional die to whoever's rolling.
Which would be
I think it's the
Guess
captain.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
Harry, yeah.
All right.
That
So
confidence.
is it
Charm the pants off of him.
risky or?
We'll call this risky to a standard effect.
And then +1 die.
+1.
All right.
Unless you want to
here
push
we go.
yourself and take 2 points of stress.
How crucial do you guys think this is?
I mean,
I'm just gonna. I just think it's gonna be funny if we just walk
I mean,
around.
getting the right person is pretty important, right? Like,
Could I use one of the ship's gambits for this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we have 2 of them. Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah. How do gambits work?
yeah, my vote. Yeah.
You spend a gambit
Just
and you
explain
get
that. I would
extra
love to
die.
hear that as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, do it.
They're just an extra die, and if you do something particularly risky and you succeed, you get another one.
Love
Nice.
it.
All right, so I'll
Use our
roll 3
last
die.
for a getaway.
Let's
Nice.
see what happened. Oh my god!
I told you, no. See, it would have been worse if I had done it. I mean, even though yours is in sequential order, not gonna lie, pretty great.
Cooper, turn those hacks off. Right?
Right?
But she has a straight, so
right?
Right,
That's
I mean,
what wins,
obviously.
right? Like,
Okay.
Coke
So,
and there's a
crap.
Suddenly,
Crap.
ever in any
Oh
tabletop
man, that
RPG.
freaking sucks.
So
Okay.
because you did fail a risky endeavor, they absolutely, they take your money. They say, "Yeah, we'll do this for you. We'll get these outfits for you." And as you go back to pick them up later, you can see that there is law enforcement there just waiting outside of the tailor shop, and you just nope, we're out.
The big old note broke. Yep.
So unfortunately, no engineers outfits for you.
Gosh dang it. Good try, guys.
We tried so hard.
We did. All right.
Hey, remember that time where we tried to get suits? Didn't work.
Flashback.
Nailed it.
Remember
Thanks,
law
or is that a
enforcement
great time
showed
to
up?
bring that up, or is that great time? Great. That would have been really
It was a good story. Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days.
Let's just find someone, scare the shit out of them, huh?
Yeah,
I like
let's
that.
do-
Ari, I'm
Heck,
actually
shit.
gonna give you 1 point of stress.
Stressed out.
Oh,
Is there any way Zeldar can get access to the ship's computer system? Maybe get like a little schematic of just like general zones of where everything's are. Like here's the kitchen, here's the
Yeah.
the
Keep-
hole or whatever.
Give me that hacking check.
The poop deck.
Absolutely put this at controlled and standard, because you know what you're
Nice.
doing.
That's right, professionals.
Good enough. It
Woo!
takes a minute. It takes longer than you would like, but
They changed operating systems. I can't. Oh, god damn
They did it to Windows 11.
it.
Right? You got that free upgrade deck on it.
That's right.
But yeah, you have a map of at least this part of the ship.
Noise. Well, now I know where not to go. I guess just act cool.
Right,
I'm
act
always
cool.
cool.
You know what? You're right. I don't even know why.
Yeah, but the rest of you, be cool, be cool.
Well,
Ooh.
okay, I'll try.
Alright. So, you can absolutely do a group action here. Where you would all roll and take the best result. But whoever is in the lead will take 1 point of stress for each failure. So whoever wants to lead this stealth mission through the ship, you would just have to...
Recommend not myself because I have 2 points of stress already. Not that I couldn't go.
I can take some possible damage. Stress.
Okay. Then yeah, so if you would all like to make a skill check to sneak your way through the ship, I would recommend Skulk, unless you feel like you have a more applicable skill for this.
Can I use I'm not a doctor? Because, like, I can use it as many times as I would like, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I can use my doctor to perform a different action as long as I could, like, say which patient research or, like, posting taught myself this
Absolutely.
trick.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I am
So you do take
going...
2 points of stress.
That's fine. It's fine.
Is it risky standard?
Yeah, risky standard.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
gosh!
Can I attempt to, I don't even want to look at the rules.
Are there any Twitch rerolls, Hooper? Does that apply here as well?
Right? Is that a thing?
Absolutely. Anyone
All
who's
right, I'm
watching
gonna-
has the option to grant some luck, which just lets someone flat re-roll a check.
I got you, fam.
Amazing.
There is also a option to summon an ally, which gives one of you a chance to have your ally come bursting into the scene to help out.
Oh god.
Kool-Aid Man.
And there's a Twitch or a channel point redeem called "It's All Gone to Heck," and the mission takes a turn south.
I
Oh.
see. Before any of that happens,
Brutal.
can I use Exceed Specs to damage a ship system that we just got access to, so I can add one dice roll to hopefully not damage Orza further?
Absolutely.
Alright, Orza, I'm doing this for you.
Thank you. So considering I'm leading this,
Mhm.
can I try to use a tune as we're going along? She like reaches up, she taps her head as if she's getting a headache, and I'm like listening for the thought patterns of people passing by. And
Yeah.
so what she's doing is she's like, "This hallway's empty. We go this way. This hallway has people. Wait a few minutes." That kind of stuff.
I love it.
I didn't get a failure. I did it for you, Orza. I didn't get a failure.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know, thank God.
Okay. Zeldar, was your
That's me.
are you skulking, or did you have another skill that you wanted to use?
Ooh, I think Skulk, but maybe I would like to Skulk, yes. I don't think there's anything else I could think of.
Oh, I gain a
My way
gambit.
there.
Yes,
all right.
back up to 2
Risk standard?
instead.
Where do I put gambit on the ship?
Yeah, ship.
Very nice. So, Orza, you take 2 points of stress, as 2 of your companions did fail.
Okay.
But overall, the action is a success. You were able to sneak your way down hallways, some very keen hacking and disabling of cameras as you go is keeping you undetected. You get
So-
further into the ship. You get to the point where you need to take an elevator down to a... It has like the list of different floors, and one of them is marked as residential.
Okay.
You do also see engineering. You see cafeteria. And you see one that has a nameplate, but is not marked with a name.
Zeldar,
Yes. It's me.
if we did, you said you could turn off the engines, right?
I said I can sabotage the engines. They're really, really big, so we'll see if I can turn them off.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What happened? Are there backup batteries? Like, if we do that, can we then just walk through doors?
The engines, no. The engines specifically, they wouldn't be able to pursue us.
Right.
I maybe can potentially mess with it, but I haven't worked there before, so I wouldn't. At this point, I'd just be doing stuff and seeing what happens.
I mean, that sounds kind of cool.
I mean, I'm down to try. I love messing with things. Although I do wish I had my sonic screwdriver.
Oh no.
I
He just looks at the edge of sketch and just like scowls at it. I'll find you.
So, which floor?
Oh. I
Maybe
might...
we can talk. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say if we get to the engineering room, I could probably try and rig it so that all the door security systems do
That would
go
be-
offline.
Rad.
What if we trigger security door systems and trigger another system? Right?
What?
Another system. What if disabling another system triggers another system?
Like a domino effect?
Yes.
Is it just systems all the way down?
Yeah.
You
We're
like
gonna
turn
have to
off.
rig our way through everything.
Oh,
What if I rigged disabling the system in such a way that it wouldn't trigger anything?
oh, stars above.
Smart. It's a smart.
Yeah, no, because that's a good point. I'll have to make sure that nobody can be alerted to it and nobody's the wiser. Well, at least the technology side of it.
Agreed.
I see Dazen just staring off into space.
This is
We
thinking
go
about
first.
the lines and was like, yeah, good job.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's just like,
So she does. I'm an overthinker, okay?
let me know when you want me to. Someone.
Oh, someone granted some luck. I missed
Yeah,
that.
that was me.
Oh, well,
That was
Then-
for the.
Dr. Matlock, you can re-roll your doctor check.
Oh, okay.
Just flat up re-roll the entire thing.
That's not. Oh my gosh. I've not done well one time.
My word.
What?
At least they're getting
Fine.
better. He's getting
Grant luck, my
I'm not a
ass.
very good doctor.
2 or 3 instead of just 1.
Right.
Turns out
sure.
your expertise is in the surgery room, not sneaking
Mhm.
through an enemy ship.
Nope.
Fair.
Useless.
Alright, so you have your choice of residential, engineering, cafeteria, or the unmarked floor.
Someone just pick one. Just push a button.
I
Just
think
do it.
let's go engineering, and then maybe we can get some suits. Maybe we can talk to some of the guys there. We'll start there, maybe.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That's good. But then Ari just like really just stares at the unmarked one and she's like, what are you
I know.
hiding?
Same.
What are your secrets?
I know
She
you're
runs.
there.
She runs a hand
What?
across it.
Right?
Lovingly,
I'll be
as
back.
the elevator goes to the engineering, she's like, I'll come back for you.
I love that.
Alright. You all step into the elevator, and it is just pristinely white. Like, all of those surgical rooms that you've seen in the holovids, how they're so clean, there's no grime or blood anywhere, the tools aren't, they're all perfectly clean and brand new. Which, of course, is just, the dream of Dr. Matlock there to someday have.
Very enamored. She is like oohing and awing inside. and visibly.
And somehow this elevator is larger than your medical bay. Weirdly enough.
Who would have guessed?
Work with what you got.
Oh no.
But the button to engineering is pressed, and it is just a light float down as the elevator descends. Eventually coming to a rest and opening with a hiss of hydraulic pressure. You are staring at an open series of catwalks that are all built above just a massive engineering bay. You see computers to one section, you see, electrical generators, probably some kind of backup electrical system, and systems that none of you have even had to deal with on a ship this advanced. There's also about a dozen people wandering around down there doing their various tasks.
And then there's Daisy.
Aries kind of like, go.
Oh no!
I like dust my stuff off, like straighten my little name tag that obviously gives me away, even though I took the jacket off.
No.
I think I turned to Zelda. I'm like, anything look familiar to you?
A little bit. I think maybe let's get the parts, get some suits, and then we'll go find out if we can get some more information. And is there like a?
There he is.
Hey!
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Last time my internet fully went out, so I'm happy that this immediately came back.
Yeah. Usually it takes a while.
Yes, you have just like arrays of lockers right there by the elevator where, they would take off their jackets or whatever, hang them up, and then take the elevator probably up to the residential floor.
All right,
Take what you can.
perfect. Yeah, Ari goes over, gets like an XXXXL, so she doesn't have to take off her bomber
no.
jacket. And it just puts it on, so there's just like lump right there.
Is this like a fully enclosed? Like, what are we looking at?
So
So,
it's basically one open engineering bay. Your elevator came out into the catwalks above, so it's just like thin metal grate flooring that's suspended 80-ish feet above the actual engineering bay.
Okay.
Well,
Let's dress up.
yeah, we'll get Zeljar. We'll get his jumpsuit on. From here, we now look the part. We just maybe need to find an excuse to go in the residential area. Can Zeldar hack into the computers and like maybe make like an alarm go off in the residentials that engineering has to go fix? Maybe.
You could from the computers that are down below you.
Well, I guess we got to go talk to people.
Dazen will be like, I'll stay up here. As you look at him, he literally has two suits tied together that have just draped over him because he has so many weapons on him that he's like, I'm doing the best I got.
When I have nightmares, they're usually not quite as bad as what I'm looking at right now.
I try.
That was an attempt.
I'll go with you,
Okay.
Zeldar.
Okay.
Yeah, and Aries
wonderful.
gonna go down as well.
All right.
I'm gonna go
She-
too.
Yeah. Daisy's
shit.
just standing
Meanwhile,
Sharpening
as
his
they go
weapons.
down, Dazen's taking the elevator back up. He's like,
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
God, he always does this.
So as the four of you reach the maintenance lift, which is just literally this metal cage suspended by like a pulley system, that when you activate it, it just noisily descends into the engineering bay. There are a few eyes that look up and draw some attention, but on immediate inspection, everyone seems to just dismiss you.
Perfect.
So, now that you are down here, you have access. No one is immediately suspicious. Who would like to lead the hack? Would anyone like to assist?
I can lead the hack. I'm a hacker boy.
Okay. Anyone
Do you think you're
assisting?
gonna need some assistance, or do you just want to use a gambit?
Let's save the gambit. We only got one left.
we're back
If
to
anybody
Right.
can,
two.
We're back to 2.
oh, we're back at 2. Oh, well,
Mhm.
I still feel like we might need them later, just in case.
Okay.
Because our friend just split
That's
up on the
fair, that's fair.
elevators, so you never know.
Yeah.
In addition,
We're leaving for the guy who's just.
Yeah, just in case.
Right.
He might need it.
it,
If anybody can afford a stress to help, I'll take it. But don't worry about it. I think I
you
can handle
have you do have the option to either 1, push yourself, or 2, ask for a devil's deal.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
it. It's
I
I
would
will
never
assist.
suggest that as a
I will
player
assist.
and
I'll
as a
assist.
doctor.
Push yourself. Push yourself.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Hoop.
So you can be assisted
Yes.
and also take the devil's bargain.
Stop this.
Stop the madness.
Maximum
Some
power.
subliminal messages. Just
Do it.
Now I'll take the base roll. If anyone wants to assist, they can.
I'll assist.
So take the
I
plus 1
bust,
dice.
I bust out my tarot cards again. I'm like, watch this bullshit.
I still got a 1.
Someone
one
walks
D
by
modifier.
and they're just like, "Oh, I love tarot cards," and they just keep going.
Don't fucking touch
Right.
me.
Oh,
Just hisses
I
at
love
him.
tarot.
Let's call this not quite desperate, definitely risky, but to great
Okay.
effect.
Okay.
Partial success.
Woo!
So what all are you trying to hack?
I believe I'm trying to figure out. No, right now I'm trying to make an alarm so that we have an excuse to be in the residential areas. So, like, maybe there's a gas alarm or alert or whatever. There's a gas leak or whatever. We gotta go check out.
Just a general maintenance alarm.
Yeah.
Not enough to like put out the ship-wide sirens, but enough that
No.
like a work order is auto-populated into the maintenance system.
Yeah, it's like clean up on aisle 7 or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Someone also mentioned wanting to hack so the doors would be open for you.
yes, I can rig that and like now that we have access to the maintenance, I can use my exceed specs and kind of destroy something
Absolutely.
in order to be better. So I'll do my rig roll and that's just 3 dice. So would you say that's risky or
I would say it's controlled with the fact that Zeldar is hacked in. You guys are working in tandem.
all right? And then standard.
Standard.
Okay. See how that goes. I do it.
Success.
Thank God. All
Yeah.
right. So now all the door alarms are disabled.
Moving
and we
forward,
can also access them.
you are able to get through doors. All right. I'll give both Aerie and Zeldar. Would both of you just roll your resolve resistance? Just because the two of you have been spending a little too much time here at the console, a little bit too much fiddling.
I have no resolve, Hooper.
Right.
A risky
Who?
standard, right? Is that
Oh
what it is?
no.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
The resistance rolls, there's no risky or anything.
Oh, gotcha. Just roll.
Uh-oh.
Should be 4. Ooh. So
Stress equal
I
to 6 minus
add
the highest.
4 more.
I had 3. Why do you hate me, Hooper?
Okay. So now I'm at 6 total stress.
Oh,
I'm at 5
Okay.
on the party.
shoot, guys, I'm at 4.
So there is
I thought I was doing bad.
there's a moment where some of the engineers kind of look over in your direction, and they start talking between each other, back at you, and then both grab the clipboard of importance that, of course, all of the higher-ups carry, and both just start, strolling your direction with absolute purpose. And it's at that point that you probably overstayed your welcome and should probably get out of there.
I think they're on to us, guys. We gotta
Okay.
skedaddle.
Yeah, we should probably fix the gas leak that happened in the residential
Oh,
area.
you're right.
Mm.
We gotta go.
Come on.
Yeah.
We spent too much time trying to really figure out what's going on, but we got to get over there and help them out.
You're right. Needs all four of us. We gotta go handle it.
Yes.
Okay. As they hear the talk of a gas leak, and then one of them pops up a data pad and starts going through the work orders, and they both stop. You can see there's that look of mistrust between you and back to that. All the while, you guys are just to the lift and out. And we'll jump up to Dazen, who took the elevator back up. So what you doing?
Murder. No.
Murder.
Dazen probably just took it up and he's scoping out the area, make sure no one's coming around, everything else, and probably like checking down the first few hallways to make sure it's clear, or if if there's patrols or
Of the residential floor?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a check for that. Of your choice.
I don't even know what that check would be.
Skulking would be a good one. Study would be good.
We'll do a skull.
Scramble would also work.
Bramble?
Mhm.
All right, we'll do scramble.
Moving quickly.
Risky standard.
Since the doors are all open for you, I would put that at a controlled standard.
I got you, Days.
He's just like, hey, walking through. Well, this is nice. This is real nice.
Not that we're complaining about.
No.
This is easy.
Oh
It's
no.
just like, I don't understand what all this hard part is.
Right.
There's no patrols of guards or anything, not here in the residential floor. You do hear conversations of probably off-duty workers, maybe maintenance staff that's coming through, cleaning staff, just general people living and existing here. Nothing overly dangerous.
Is there anyone that I hear that, like any of the cleaners or anything that like work directly for the main family that are like talking about the grievances with where they're at? Like pretty much anything I could like pick up on that would like tell me, oh, they're over here or they're on this floor, like up on the first deck.
Oh, I
Or,
get what you're
you know.
saying.
Yeah.
Overhearing as much of the conversations that you are, maybe not giving you their exact location, but you would be able to kind of pick out where the more wealthy families would be staying.
All right. I'm gonna use a flashback
Okay.
to right before everybody got off. Dazen handed out communicators. Bulk is 0, but it allows everybody to keep in touch with their when they're apart.
Good call.
And so Dazen would come over the communicator and just kind of be like, so in the residential area, there are wealthier places of residence in the back left corner. Or eastern corner. I don't even know. Do space stations have north, south, east, and west?
Not so much. They're kind of always spinning.
All right. So, in the back corner underneath the red light, I'm
Gee-
making this up as I go.
Insert ship
Are you
direction
doing
here.
Right.
Are you flirting with me? What? Red light.
Okay.
That's it.
Um, anything else? Or are you just waiting for them to catch up?
I'll wait. As of now, he'll like. All right, so let me backtrack. He will plant some more of those detonators along his path.
How many is that so far?
Mark off another load.
All right.
I just want to get a grasp of how big this explosion is going to be.
This is so funny.
This mission ends in fire, doesn't it?
I know, right? Everyone's dead.
Base fire.
So, with the rest of the crew getting back to the elevator, and of course, Ari with your hand just hovering over that blank button, that unmarked floor. But you still reach up and hit the residential floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to listen to my crew. That's what a good captain does.
Elevator comes to life with a silent hum, and then just slowly climbs up until you reach the residential floor, where you're able to reconvene with your muscle, Jason.
Oh, I missed you.
Literally, as the thing opens, he's like, "I missed you too."
All right.
As it looks at him, I'm not sure if I've armed these to go off when I hit the detonator button or when we pass by. So, let's hope we did the right one.
Yes, let's hope.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm just playing. There's only one frequency on these things.
Ah.
It's a joke. Ha, 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 ha.
Funny joke.
I like
you
the
are
element.
You are a riot.
Like the element of surprise, if you ask me.
Hi,
So
everybody.
you
I
have
don't care
the
about nobody,
ability
not even
to
myself.
take out the cameras, as you've done before. You have the layout of the ship. You know where you're going, and doors are no issue. So,
Time to find the girl.
I will not ask for any rolls to proceed through the halls to get there. Because I'm pretty sure somehow you would all continue to fail and you'd cause Orza to just pass out.
I'm gonna
Somehow.
thumbs up that because
Just
you're right.
aneurysm.
Pure
I've
anger.
not rolled good one time. Yes.
And it's all because of Dazen. Because Ors is just looking back like, can you not be so fucking clunky? It drops all the detonators.
Scoop them back up. Okay. So, making your way through the halls to the point where you hear that pleasant elevator music playing over the overhead speakers. You hear not so much like idle conversation of guests and cleaning crew anymore, but now just the occasional, like you pass by one room and you can hear the sound of a piano, as if someone is just casually just playing on their grand piano while they're traveling. You pass by another room and you can hear the sound of like metal clinging against metal as someone is taking fencing lessons. And life here is just carefree. It is as rich and as fancy as you could want. And it's just not fair. Like, these people will never want for anything, they will never need anything. They have literally the galaxy at their fingertips.
Wow.
Let's balance that equation.
Right. It's like, if anybody looks at him, he's like, what? Strife builds character.
But you do eventually reach the room that Orza you saw in your vision through the way, and unlike most of the rooms, there is no sound coming from this one. It is just doors closed. And what would you like to do to proceed?
That's it. That's the one. I saw it. I
This
saw that
one with the curtains,
Yeah.
And the color
the
you
gray
can't
curtains.
see.
Yeah, the gray curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Orza's like, she's staring at the door, but her eyes and her mind is, back in those visions. And she
Okay.
sort of describes the room. Big old bathtub, lovely bed. It's kind of like soft and warm in there, actually. Anyway. Let's go fucking get her, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice recovery.
Do we have we're just gonna go in there
Like
and
hold
say,
up yeah.
As Daison's walking down, poof,
I hold up a
poof.
little vial of whatever was left of what I made earlier, and I'm like, yeah.
We have a doctor. You have a doctor's coat. You go in there, you're like,
I do have a
checkup
doctor's
time.
coat.
Checkup
It's
time.
checkup time.
there was
Take
a
your
gas leak.
medicine.
There was a gas
Oh.
leak, and so you're going in to make sure that she's still healthy.
Yes.
We're so
Good.
I
smart.
mean, anybody that's got the engineering. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm gonna go in there and try that.
Okay.
This is a terrible idea, by the way. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, it's the perfect idea.
Aries just standing back, you got this, but also kind of inching, trying to go back the way they came for that elevator and that secret panel.
Okay. So are you
Suddenly gone.
knocking or just open the door going in?
No. I have wonderful bedside manner for being the goofiest, kookiest, craziest, cultiest doctor you've ever met.
Cultiest.
I still have great bedside manner. And I knock on the door and I identify myself with my real last name because I'm really proud that I'm a doctor.
As you identify yourself and your knock kind of rings out into the hall just for a moment, there's just silence, and then you hear the sound of footsteps of like slippers on carpet as they're just being dragged to the door, and it opens with a quick hiss of decompressed air, and it is just a disheveled, like she put on makeup 3-4 days ago and just never took it off, and it's just kind of running, probably hasn't bathed in a few days, wearing pajamas that are probably also haven't been washed in a few days, and this woman just stares at you, this dark brown hair frizzy out and just everywhere. Yeah? What do you want?
You? Sorry.
Yeah. Are you looking like that on purpose?
Daison just looks from Zeldar to the doctor.
Look, it's been a hard week, alright? I don't need any of the help judging me, okay?
Oh, no judgment, ma'am.
Right.
But could you step closer to me?
The smell of alcohol is now hitting you.
Oof. Been there, my friend, yeah.
I'm not leaving my room. I don't care who they send. I am staying Here.
Oh no. I'm going to uh offer her a drink out of the very tiny flask I have in one of the pockets down at the bottom of my lab coat.
Covered in maple syrup.
It's maple alcohol, thank you. And
Maple schnapps.
yeah, I really love it. So
Oh,
and I'm gonna kind of like whiff it in front of their nose, and I'm gonna be like, would you like to try this? And then I'm gonna if do they reach for it?
make skill check.
What would you like me
I
to
that
roll?
is. I mean, if you want to use doctor, I feel like that would be applicable.
Yeah, because yeah, I agree. All right.
Bedside manner, of course.
Yeah, right. Risky.
I would call this controlled to. If you're doing what I think you're doing, I'd call it controlled to a great effect.
Okay. Oh, I got a partial success. Yay, guys. It's the first time it wasn't a failure.
Doing great. Progress.
Looks at it, and there's just this gentle swaying as she's standing there. What is that?
It's for you. And then if they'll let me, I'm gonna grab their hand gently and pull them closer
Okay.
as to build some trust, like a patient doctor type of thing, if I can get them to believe that.
Absolutely. The little bit of mistrust there was at first has gone to curiosity of what is oh, okay, and then just gives your hand and takes that step forward.
Forgive me, but what was this person's name?
Space.
Anastace.
That's right. Okay, I wrote it down. Just wasn't sure. Okay, Anastasia. Anastasia. Is yes, Anastasia. Is it? Yes. I'm confirming that this is the right person.
Obviously.
Yes. Um.
Just
I'm gonna say, 1 second, please, and then I'm like gonna do like a quick like peek out the door and be like, which direction are we taking this? Is she our prisoner, or is she a willing participant?
just stick
Ask
it
her
with her.
what the blank thing in the elevator goes to.
No, just,
Oh, okay,
just
good call. All right. Um,
Go.
Anastasia, do you by chance know where the elevator leads with the no name?
the el. And you mean the vault?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
as
'cause-
Dazen is then Dazen's walking by Ari, grabbing her by the arm, is like, we have to go.
He's like,
Is it? Well, you guys got all this?
Yeah,
I gotta go see the vault.
I took a bunch of
Um,
creds, and they don't let me go down there anymore. They kind of put me on room arrest for a while.
Oh, why would they do that?
'Cause I maybe bought a spaceship that they would pilot and get me out of here.
Oh, you want to leave? Perfect. And I grab her arm and I pull her and as I pull her in, I lean in and say, I need you to pretend that you know this is happening and act like you know everything. And then I'm going to open the door and my friends are going to be there.
Oh, okay. Hi. Help again.
Help?
Someone threw up in my bathroom.
It's fine.
Um,
And then I'm gonna hand her the maple flavored schnapps for sure.
You
And be like,
absolutely
"Shh,
take it.
shh, this just if you feel like talking, take a drink.
Just
Ours is like same.
tips it back. Drink,
Words of wisdom.
drink, drink. And then
Right.
finally takes a breath, and she is absolutely stumbling back and forth. Just,
Perfect.
let's go.
And I'm not gonna say everyone's names, but I am gonna be like, these are my friends. Trust them. She's drunk. She's very malleable right now.
Now you're
Perfect.
Look, whatever just came out of your mouth, I'm gonna need you to never say it again, all right?
good.
Okay.
Hey, Matlock, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aries looking at you like there's stars in her eyes. She's like, you killed that. So proud of you.
But
It's
also,
really-
go ahead.
Oh, I was say it's the outfit with the name tag, and it's like doctor.
I knew it. Remember when you were thinking about getting it embroidered and someone said no, and I was like, do it?
Do it. You were right. You were right, Orza.
Also, if we don't go to that vault, what are we even doing?
We're 100% going to that vault.
Okay,
Oh,
Why
all
we're
right.
As they're
teaching
asking, I'm
her.
already looking for where it is on the map, like how to get in and everything.
My man. My man.
Wait, but no, I'm not allowed in the vaults anymore.
Don't
That's
worry.
it's-
fine. You're just coming. You're just like it's not you. It's us. It's us.
Yeah, like
We're going in for you as your new
Oh.
friends.
You're just
yeah,
gonna
because you
yeah.
said you couldn't go in,
Mhm.
but that's
Remem-
just you. We're not
Remember-
you, so
We're the help,
just-
remember? We're helping you.
We're helping.
Thus the name, The Help.
Can we like group sway? Like
We're walking and talking. We're walking and
Lead the
talking. We're on the elevator.
together.
To get her to not only go to the vault but to go in, I will absolutely give you a group sway. I just need to know who is in the lead.
Not Sildar.
I will
not
be.
me. I got 6,
I will be.
and I'm too beautiful to have trauma this early on.
It's fine. I got it. I'm doing it.
It's fine. Matlock is taking all of the stress for the failures. Sorry, Dr. Matlock.
That's right.
That's right.
Don't forget it.
Oh my god.
At least I
really-
won't feel bad about my own.
Control or
God
risky?
damn.
Controlled, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Then
You guys
I
did
will
risky,
re-
but it's fine.
I did.
It makes no difference.
Oh, okay. It doesn't? Are you sure?
It would make
No,
a difference.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Not for me. Nope.
Night.
Night.
Oh no.
Good
I'm
night.
sorry, did we all fail?
Every
Yes!
single one
One
of you.
evil person.
In an effort to not murder Dr. Matlock, can I?
Right.
Her Orz's eyes kind of glaze over again. Can I try to tap into Anastase's thoughts? And I'm trying to like calm her fears before she vocalizes them. Like, no, that mean security guard, he won't be there again. Don't even worry about it. You know, like, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a reach, but
Go for it. Because as you are delving into her mind with the stress and the pressure of what's happening and not wanting to go back to the vault, her consciousness is definitely starting to slip.
okay. You said
Let's do-
controlled, though, eh?
Yep.
Oh.
Part is not a fail.
Good
Yep, not
enough.
fail. Better than everyone else.
You have the access codes required to get into the vault. You have the way to get in and out of the vault quickly. But past that, whatever security measures there might be, you have no idea.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Um,
I vote for moving
using
quickly.
using my tech sense, can I get a general sense of any like security systems within like a 30-foot radius of us?
Once you get to the elevator, you're pushing the button, I assume, the unmarked button.
Areas for sure.
She's just like slamming it as if it's gonna go faster. She's like, "God, slow."
Initially,
The streets.
nothing happens, but there is a small keypad that flicks to life next to the buttons for the elevators.
You said we had the code?
You do. Orza does.
Oh.
All right, Orza, pop it in.
Orza reaches over.
Get it.
Again, she's got that glazed over look in her eyes, like a 1,000-yard stare. And she punches it in. Without so much as looking at the keypad.
It's a few moments of the beeps registering, and then a click, and then a more rapid descent down. The temperature getting visibly warmer, or noticeably warmer, as you're descending further and further into the ship, until it does finally come to a stop. At that point, Zeldar, your sensing of nearby electronics, nearby security measures, doesn't immediately give you anything. There are probably security cameras, which between the pair of you, no problem to take out.
Oh, looks like the coast is pretty clear.
wait.
All right, let's move.
Or a trail. Let her stumble out of the elevator, then kill the cameras. The last thing they'll see is their daughter walking towards the vault before the cameras go dark. Therefore, when it comes up empty, they'll just assume she took it.
That seems easy
I-
enough.
I mean, yeah, let's do that. Great idea. Great idea.
I roll my flask across the floor. Anastace, look!
I don't know that she needs anymore, but we can give it to her afterwards.
She's
At this
out.
point, she's just, oh, my head.
It's okay.
And just under your guidance, takes a few steps into the view of the cameras before you're able to just cut the feeds.
Well done, Anastace.
So, Dr. Matlock, you did take 4 stress from the combined group failed check.
Mhm.
Does that put you to 10?
Nope.
Ouch.
Okay.
I have
I
1.
got 9. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Dr. Matlock, no.
I know, right? It's fine, guys.
In the doors open, and inside are like these cataloging cabinets with lockers and drawers and shelves kind of lining the left and right side of this wide hallway. For the slight expedition, just going through a few of the drawers, a few of the cabinets, you would see that a lot of this is like ancient Xeno coins, like gold or gem Xeno artifacts, things that are going to fetch a pretty good penny on the black market.
Ari is shoveling that stuff.
I was thinking, yeah,
into her
I'm like,
bomber jacket.
Dr. Matlock is picking like gems, things that she can shove like underneath the maple snacks.
Zelda looks
Amazing.
for any old tech.
Absolutely old tech.
Take everything I can get my tiny hands on.
Dazen is standing guard. He's
Good shit.
not trying to loot. He's trying to make sure no one ambushes them.
And can Ari run over and start trying to like put her loot into any of his pockets?
Dazen's gonna like, I have bombs there. Please stop.
Ari's like, Think about
Yeah.
the credits.
So each of you going through your looting and even loading up Dazen and then taking your own loot, you would have 2 credits worth of Xeno artifacts
Shit.
apiece.
Like Reds.
Dearest Andrew.
Mhm.
So we're like this room is full of stuff, right? Like
And
even
it
if we
continues down
okay.
like a ways.
Could I spend a point of my loadout as a mystic? I can have a precursor artifact.
Absolutely.
Orza pulls out what is essentially a divine rod that would ideally point her towards something else strange and arcane in nature,
Okay.
if such a thing existed.
In addition to your 2 credits, you can just add to your inventory an unknown Xenos artifact.
Fantastic, thank you.
Nice.
Dr. Matlock, I don't know if you heard, but between all of your looting, you can each add 2 credits worth of artifacts to your character.
Okay.
So we just put that. We can only have 4 cred on our person, and then we can stash the rest. Is
Yep.
that what's going on?
After that, you have to
Copy
start
that.
stashing it. Because carrying
Oh,
more than
okay.
4 cred on you is insanity.
Yeah, you're carrying like gold
It's a
ingots
baller
everywhere.
move.
Like, yeah.
It's legit
Like,
like walking around with like 150 grand in your pocket.
It's like that one
Well, I-
necklace is 1 cred.
I feel like
Okay.
Ari would do that.
Yeah, but
we
like
got
it's
2?
just all
Is
the
that what you
2.
said?
accessory.
Yep.
2 each.
2 each.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Of stolen Xenotech and
Perfect.
Xeno coins.
Is there any other way?
Wired.
Yeah, no, so Dazen is kind of like picking Zeldar up by the back of his like pants and is like, we're leaving now.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I think it's probably a good time to go. Anastace, let's go back this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go back to my room.
Perfect.
Things are spinning.
Although it's not gonna be your room. Come on.
No, it's her room, but it's just in our
Yeah.
They made it hers.
Yep. That what they said.
Thanks to your actions thus far, not being detected, being able to knock out systems when you need to, the path back to your ship is uneventful, it's quiet.
Damn. I was really hoping
But-
for somebody.
Dazen,
No,
you
thank
do,
God you roll so well.
before you hop back onto your ship, you have the detonator, you have the frequency.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely doing it.
Okay.
So flashback
hesitation.
moment.
Ooh.
In
No
in a
mercy.
few areas that he didn't do it, he left the calling card for the Forsaken Syndicate.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Because if you're gonna treat me like a secondhand fucking mercenary, you're gonna get secondhand mercenary work.
Wow.
Damn.
So Dazen just like clicks it as soon as the door closes. Well, as soon as he hears Ares in the pilot seat ready to take off, because this is gonna be a big explosion.
Yep.
He does it, and he's like,
What is that horrendous thundering sound?
and he's like, should somebody be piloting the plane?
Right next to him.
No.
That's a big explosion. Should
Oh.
somebody be driving?
Oh, as like that first blast door closes and you hit it, there is absolutely an audible just boom that rattles the doors of your ship before that secondary airlock is able to close, and your ship is actually just like, oh, okay, and then
It's a little extra boost this time. It's
a little
fine.
bit. But you're Your ship is cloaked, so there's no need to evade sensors on your way out.
Your shadows in the night.
You're able to make your way to Scion 338, the drop-off point.
Okay.
Your sleeping princess passenger, who as soon as she was dropped off into that hidden compartment, was just out, loudly snoring, and did not hear a peep from for the remainder of the journey.
That's right.
The luckiest people ever.
Luck. I mean, this is planned out. This is
She
nothing
says
but
Oh.
with 9 stress.
She's
Right?
borderline having a
it's fine,
breakdown.
I'm fine.
Ari like
guys.
lights up a victory cigarette and is like, "Yeah."
Ooh. And I like, yeah.
Please.
Yeah, Ari's like, "You want some?" They're like the cheapest, most common brand, but she acts like they're
Yes,
treasured
excellent.
gold. She's like, "You deserve it."
Perfect.
Days would be
deserve
like,
it.
hey,
I
you should
do. Thank you.
you should probably drink this, Doc. I found it for you.
What is?
It's great. It's for you.
Okay, what is?
Go on.
It's yours. Like, this is yours. Go ahead.
Is it in a bottle? What is this?
What
Is
is
that
it?
the
I'm
vial that she made?
That's what
Oh
I-
yeah, definitely. That's 100% what it is.
okay, great.
Daisa watched us. She took it back
confused. I'll drink it.
No, wait!
whatever.
like a damn champion.
Okay.
Ari's like, light up that victory cigar.
Right. I just feel sick for a while.
The doctor's sick. Oh no.
I was just interested to see what it did. Like, we spent all the effort in
I
making
was real convinced it was gonna.
Between now and next session, we will have to have a discussion over your new mutation.
Hey, I love this. All in the name of science.
The name
I'm
of
so sorry.
What have you done?
It can absolutely be beneficial. We'll 100% talk about that.
There was a second
Yes.
heart.
But
Right? I get
On
like
the
2
outside?
sets of lungs, or I can breathe underwater or something.
Hell
Like,
The webbed fingers.
right? Like, what's up?
so with the mission complete, as you drop off your bounty, your creds are transferred to your ship. The additional 4 creds for a job well done. So now we go to the payoff and the upkeep, which I don't think... Does your ship have any upkeep?
Not that I saw. But again, I'm blind, so I'm colorblind. I mean. Thursday. 0 cred per upkeep. I'm not sure how that applies though. Like, what do we put to make it up? 'Cause I'm sure we do have some kind of upkeep.
We can look into that in between. Don't have to worry about it for the moment. And then we go to heat. Your crew attracts heat and suspicion and attention from law and powers in the system as a result of the last job. So
We were utterly anonymous.
in the moment, yes, you were undetected, but every hacking of a system leaves a trace.
In our defense, the system was blown up. So there's no
a lot of
system.
it. Not all of it. You do have some heat with a certain military contract family,
Oh, okay.
which will certainly never come up, probably.
Never ever. No.
Ever.
We'll put them next on the list.
Oh.
And then we engage in downtime activities.
Okay.
This is where I want to speak. They get so much downtime stuff.
So this is also something that we can roll and talk about in between sessions, so
Sure.
that everyone can make sure they're getting everything that they want. And with that, for the mission well done, maybe a celebratory drink in hand,
For 3.
Thursday is free to sail and look for another job.
Fantastic.
Wow, we did that.
We
Mission
did
success,
it.
guys.
Mission
Really
success.
just
Fantastic job, everybody. Round of applause.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Victory
Yeah,
music.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. This has been our first game of Scum and Villainy. I love this game so much. I love this system. It is spectacular. This cast, you guys have been amazing tonight. Could not ask for a better space criminal faction to do some space shenaniganery with.
That's right. Space shenanigans.
That's how we do.
Shenanigans.
As the credits start to roll and there's those like snapshots of the celebration of like each of you in your various forms of partying and then probably passing out, why don't we jump to Zeldar? Why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? If there's a project you want to plug, now's your chance.
I do nothing creative like everybody else here, but I do like to play and participate with you guys a lot. I play every Saturday with Sir Hooper, and I play Brawly, the non-lethal monk, we just put it that way. And yeah, I really enjoy playing with you guys. I like exploring new systems, and if you haven't, take a look at everybody else's channels. And thanks for joining us.
Heck yeah. Holly.
All right. Yes, you can find me at OMGHollyD on Twitter. I'm really trying to grow my Twitter following because I'm trying this whole new streaming thing out, and I'm putting my all in. So if you guys give me a follow, that'd be great. Other than that, I had a great time. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Mr. Daniel.
Hey guys, I'm Daniel. I am Salix314 on Twitter. Come check me out over there. I like to write stuff. So I might write something about this game. You never know. But also I do stream on Sundays over on Penny for a Tale. So come check that out if you like Pathfinder, murder, and emotional damage.
All right. Donna.
Hey everybody! Thanks for having me on. First and foremost, this
Absolutely.
is a load of fun, and I'm really glad that I got to play
Absolutely.
with all of you. You can find me on Twitter at Shabro, so that's my last name, which is XIA, and then followed by a bro. And I am a voice actress, so I do a lot of projects. So you might find me in games, podcasts, whatever, multimedia stuff. But yeah, so hop over there and give me a follow if you want.
Heck yeah. And Mr. Aaron.
Hello. I am mostly a very private nerd. I sometimes occasionally stream on Twitch. And my tag is illiterate as Modeus. And that's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, a massive thank you to my beautiful cast here tonight. You all were amazing. I love your energy, I love your chaos, your shenanigans. And we have 3 more episodes of this. So, yeah. I'm very excited. Like I said, we have some Pathfinder coming up. On Sunday, we have some Lancer, which if you like mech pilots in a post-apocalyptic future, yeah, you're gonna love it. And, yeah, with this sick jam that is now my favorite song ever,
So good.
Woohoo.
I'm gonna bid
10
you
out of 10.
all a, well, before that, he realizes as, he remembers how to be a streamer. I'm gonna look to see who's online so I can't throw us into a raid first. Because I have so many friends that love playing D&D.
I love that. Yes, that's like one of my favorite things.
Nightmare Nexus. Heck yeah.
Be gone. You would
Alright,
see the
let's
Goliath
raid.
most were
Nightmare
the caves, but as you
Nexus.
get deeper and deeper in, it became too risky to
Yes.
let anyone.
Alright,
All
with
about
that,
space chaos.
I'm gonna bid you a goodbye, a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Continually Go
Bye.
Time.
Survival check. As you go down the winding paths of these caves, you come to a number of forks in the road.